recording. I have my notes. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion. I have to say that. I don't know why. I feel like I have to say it. I just do. I've been wanting to change it, and I can never get it to feel right coming out of my mouth. Regardless, this is Alien Beyond the Frontier, episode 26, entitled Respite and Repose 3. I am joined, of course, by my favorite facehuggers, Rodance, Kane, and Luke. Or Rodance, Luke, Kane, depending on which way you want to read the screen. But their names and their faces are right there.
Or depending on which name he wants to use for some of us, because he can't remember.
Yes, because I get Kane and Luke confused constantly, and I still, to this day, have to mentally separate the two and identify which one is which. I don't know why. My brain
Because we
does.
look in
They're
sound.
just so similar.
Yeah, yes, they are. One is a face and one is not. So similar. With that in mind, though, let's give them one whole ass minute to talk all over each other about whatever they want to talk about. Ready? Go. 1 minute.
So in the game before this one, I'm in a different Stars Without Number game that my sister is running. And I know that, you get those moments where you're like, hey, I think my character's kind of doing a thing here. They might be slightly villainous or whatever, but
No, I've never
I'm
encountered
playing. Hey, this is my minute. You shush. So this character is a doctor. They got the heal skill. They took the biopsionic stuff, so I can do any healing that I need to. And I've gotten to a high enough point that I took Metamorph as an ability. And for the uninitiated, Metamorph lets you horrifically mutate people because you fucking feel like it. And the longer the game goes on and the more opportunities you use Metamorph, the more I realize that the only thing that is stopping Doc White from becoming the galaxy's biggest menace is the fact that he likes healing people, because my god, he's fucking terrifying. And that's a minute.
Yeah, right on. And, wow. And yes, no, on that note, I don't know what you're talking about with somebody like, he might be evil. I'm not sure. Not a clue. Not a clue. Have never encountered that ever before in any game I've ever been a member of.
Looks at Pike's character sheet. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, I may have to.
I have really good news for you, Omar.
Yes, what is that?
We're on session 67 or 69 in this case.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm counting from the very first time we were playing Aliens. I didn't actually restart my session counter from when we started the second campaign.
Sure.
So we are 69 sessions in.
Nice. I'm glad that when you said 67, you realized you had misspoke and changed to 69, because as much as I would have made a 6-7 joke, I'm just glad it's not 6-7. It's actually 6-9. Because it's cooler. Anyway.
It's the funny number.
It's definitely a number.
Well, look, I was just opening my 69th OneNote page and going, Yep.
Do you have a separate page for each session? Is that how you do it? Okay. On that note, I will say this as we are actually live and broadcasting and everything, and I may have mentioned once or twice I know I've said stuff to Kane about it, and I think I've mentioned it at least once to everybody in general. I am planning and in the process of putting together an Alien New Frontier campaign using Alien Evolved on Foundry, that it will take place in the same universe as this one. It will take place in roughly the year 2190, I think, which is only a handful of years after the Frontier War ends. Continuity-wise, it'll be the same timeline, same universe as the one in which we have seen Pike. However, I will be asking you guys if you would like to participate as my quote-unquote beta testers for what will be part of later on a mega campaign that will involve the Frontier War, Beyond Lost Worlds, or whatever the hell it's called, and then my homebrew New Frontier. Wow, I totally rambled off there, and I forgot what I was trying to get at. Oh, I was going to ask you guys to be beta testers, but what I'm also wanting is if we get 1 or 2 additional players, that'd be super cool, because that will give us a more flexed out crew.
hopefully people who watch your shows will have watched this and have gotten an interest in the system and
That is
might
certainly
be willing to
hopeful.
be recruited.
That is certainly hopeful. Um, but of course, this is long-term planning. This is for this campaign. I am expecting or estimating roughly 12 to 15 sessions remaining. I don't know how accurate of a number that is. That is a wild guess. Spitballs in the dark with a crosswind. So, however accurate that may be, because I don't know how this is going to work, and we do a lot of narrative roleplay segments, and I really love that, for the record. So I don't want to step on any of that. So, guesstimating 12 to 15 episodes remaining. That said, previously on Beyond the Frontier, we had a number of meetings between people and some curious interactions observed. First, we saw Koblenz in a brief interaction with Yana Camaras, a reporter for a local newsletter with irregular publishing and very limited scope. Then we had our veterans meeting for food while Octavia prepared herself for a new leg, and Alita learned of some of the things going on around the ship and crew. Heath was invited to meet with a Bogdan Romanov, a ship's machinist, but also the head of what appears to be the local UPP mob. Romanov asked for information and paid for that information with the implied tasking of Heath bringing him more in the future. Then we had a similar exchange of information between Heath and the UA outcasts, led by Crash, and the tales of the alien beast met with some skepticism and a whole lot of conspiracy theorizing. As the Typhoon conducts its assessment of the destruction of the atmosphere processor, and our crew prepares for Octavia's new leg and a new mission coming anytime soon, we finally get word. I shouldn't say finally, but at the end of our last episode, we got word that Dudgeon, the ship's second pilot, has been beaten and is being seen to by Lakota. I have 2 or 3, let's call them hard-coded scenes planned, and then kind of nebulously hanging out there is the tie-in to the next episode. One of those hard-coded scenes is Octavia actually getting her new leg. That said, I leave it to you, my friends, my players, to take us to where the story goes.
Medical.
Oh, shocker!
I'm going to fucking medical.
Shocker! That Pike is going to medical. I knew that was going to happen. All right. Well, anybody else going to medical? I think at this point it's safe to say that across the board, everybody does know or has heard that Dudge is being seen to by Lakota for what appears to be ye old school beatdown that he received. Certainly the captain absolutely knows. Octavia, unfortunately, you are in a hospital bed somewhere else. You are not on the Solovetsky Island. You are on the Ileana in the med bay there. Sorry. You can hate me.
Alita should probably go too.
Alita might want to go to the medical office, yeah. Or, med bay. Let's see, who do we got in here? Look on Foundry. Let's see, we've got Dudge. We've got Lakota in the infirmary already. Where is Pike? Where's Pike? There he is. Pike. Put you there. Where is Alita? Alita is one of these. There she is. Alita's there. I don't know. We got anybody else going in there?
At this point, if you want Matt to go,
that's entirely up to you, friend. I'm gonna leave Westcott off over here in the engine pod.
I think maybe not send Matt, but since you're going to be switching to playing Alita as your main.
Yeah.
I think Matt will be in the captain's room. Tan and the admin. Everybody else wherever they happen to be. Alright. I imagine you guys are more or less not coalescing. What's the word I'm on? Converging. That's it. Converging at about the same time. I heard that chuckle, Kane.
I think Pike would use the word storming.
Yeah. I think you guys are more or less converging at about the same time, just as one of you is getting ready to open the door into medical. And you could see that the door is locked. Dakota is inside with Dutch. You can see, like, I imagine there's always, like, the little viewport in the door, or next to the door on the walls. And she is in there attending to Dutch, got like a little swabby action going around the eye. He has a very obvious black eye, what looks like a broken nose, as told by the red blood marks right here, and the rest of his nose is kind of pointed that way. And a very solid lump on one side of his face.
No, Pike sees Alita. It's like, it just sort of gives the approving nod of like, cool. Like, obviously you know what's important. And then he just sort of gestures at the door and is like, "You're security, don't you have an override for this? We gotta know what the fuck happened."
I might, but I think infirmary is its own thing. Do I have any?
I suppose as a junior security person on the ship, you do have overrides, but also medical can override you depending on the situation. Right now, that door's locked.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll a Comtech?
We're not
just
on the door.
No, but my argument is this: which one of you gets the override to override the override?
I mean, she's treating him, not looking out the window.
Oh, that's gonna be
That's
a great
fair.
roll.
That's fair. You know what? You do have an override. Ah, look at that. You punch in your override and the door opens wide.
Oh, nice.
We're going in.
And Lakota does one of those, like, you can see her. She's got, like, I want you to imagine, because I keep thinking, like, the boxer in his corner during, between rounds, and you got the cut man in there swabbing it, and you got another guy in there trying to put the grease on his face. I know it's not grease, it's Vaseline or whatever, but she just, like, the door opens and she just whips around. It's like, what? What do you, get out! Get out! Get out of here! I'm busy. Get out! I don't want to hear it.
Who fucking did this to you, Dudge?
Dudge doesn't say anything. He, in fact, does as best as he can without moving his face. He's not even meeting you in the eyes.
Fell on a fist, I see.
He doesn't say anything. Grunts a little bit as the doc is attempting to reposition the rest of his nose.
I just look right at Alita and I'm like, I get it. I'm an asshole. Say something. Make him tell us who did this.
Make him talk, but do it like legally, because I can't do it legally. That's all I heard, Kate. That's all I heard.
Fine. Let me see here.
There's certainly a frustration for Pike, but there's no aggression towards Dudge. He's just angry in general. It's very clear that he's very concerned, and he's having an awkward moment of self-awareness where he's like, fine, I know I don't convince people anything. You do it. You're a cop. Convince him to tell us.
Yeah. Actually, I might not have to completely, but is this being reported officially, Lakota?
Dakota just looks at me. She's like, just get out. Let me finish treating him, you fucking vultures.
Okay. How clearly can I see him?
Oh, it's obvious. Like, you can see him clear as night and day. Like, there's nothing obstructing your line of sight. His face.
Oh, okay, good.
He's been punched in the face several times, it looks like.
Does the face have any marks of a ring?
No.
I'm going to ask as I roll observation.
No, by all means. Because you're doing your investigation thing, aren't
you? Yeah, like a ring or some sort of marking that might have been on the hand or something. But...
You want to push that?
I got one success.
Okay. It's obvious that this was... How do I explain this? You know how some people just have big meat hands?
Yeah.
That's what he was hit in the face with. Somebody has a big fucking hand. Just
gigantic. Microwave hands.
Yep. And there are maybe 2 people on this ship that you know that have those kinds of hands. One of them is standing next to you and probably wasn't the one that beat him. The other one happens to be a mechanic.
Yes, that guy.
Of course, this is
Quintana.
Well, Quintana's a prospector. and not for nothing, some stupid reason I imagine she has dainty little hands. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm talking about big meat hook hands right now.
Yeah.
Now you and the security forces role do recognize that this is not exactly damning evidence. This wouldn't stand up in a court, for instance, but it is also what one might consider to be an educated guess.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we should probably go Pike. We'll leave him to being treated for now. I have just a couple things I want to check up at the same time, okay?
That's for you, Kane.
I look over in Dudge's direction. I know he's not going to answer me. And I just say, I know you don't want to talk right now, but we are a crew. You tell me who did this to you. I protect my crew. That is a Pike god fucking damn guarantee. And then I will look at Alita and I will leave.
Yeah, I want you to imagine, like, he doesn't look you in the eye at all while you're saying this, but you can tell from the subtle shifts of his body language that he's definitely listening. He's not just cutting you out or whatever.
I mean, I've established a relationship with him,
Yes.
and I know that like things are going on right now. Maybe he doesn't want to say in front of Lakota. Maybe he's not ready. I don't know, but I'm making it perfectly clear to him, like, you know, you are my boy. You let me know, like, I will fix this.
Yeah.
And then I will leave because Alita was like, hey, we need to check some stuff out.
Okay. Yeah, Lakota is like, as best she can without moving her hands away from Dudge's face, she's like giving you the shoot, get the fuck out of here. I'm giving that vibe. Yeah, I know you're ignoring her, but that's what she's doing anyway. Listen, her animation doesn't care if you're paying attention. Her animation is running because the animation director said to run.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just making it clear because this will come up later that like, you know, she said her whole get out and she's doing her hand gestures and his body language is perfectly clear that he doesn't give a flying fuck what she has to say.
Yeah.
He's here to talk to Dudge and Alita's the one that's getting him to leave.
Yeah. Yep. I know. Listen, it's known that if it were possible for player characters and non-player characters to be buddies and rivals, that Lakota would be one of your many rivals. All right. Where would you two like to go? You mentioned Alita has something that she wanted to check out or a thing or two.
Well, without mentioning it to Lakota, that I had an idea what might have caused this. I just want to check in with yeah, he fell on some fists. Some fists on the floor.
In a dark alleyway. That he should not have been in.
So Alita's coming out in the hallway with me.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. You should be able to drag her.
We go out in the hallway. Pike paces back and forth a couple of times. He hits the button to close the door to medical, and then he's gonna punch the wall at full Pike strength. He is so fucking angry right now.
So,
Maybe, yeah. You guys go ahead, do what you're doing. I make the roll.
To see if the ship survives.
The ship needs to make the ship has to make a close combat roll to resist.
Yeah. That's some Futurama shit right there.
Oh, I didn't roll her skill, but I had her selected when I moved you out of the box off. Mob is ad.
Oh, okay.
Let me go ahead and just change this to a line GM roll. Yes, I might have been taking notes from some other alien RPG GM that may or may not be in the call right now.
Oh.
Oh, guys.
Please take it away. Don't let me interrupt too much more. I will have another interruption in a moment, but not important.
So, one of the crew might be involved. It might be someone on the Ileana, but I just want to check on before we go with Hamida and the report. Maybe we gotta see if Mr. Koblenz knows anything about this.
But
As
Alita, I'm gonna be totally fucking straight with you.
Yep.
If you figure out who did it, you're a fucking cop. If you tell me somebody did it, I'll believe you, and you can apprehend me after I do something you can't do.
Might not be super necessary though. We'll find out in a couple minutes. Oh, did I just freeze?
No, you're
No,
good.
I hear you right now.
Oh, because everything like stopped for like a second on my thing.
Oh, that I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully, it's nothing
Yeah.
serious.
No, it does that every so often. It's just like I have to click away from screens and then it just like does it.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, so I can't advise you to murder people.
He's gritting his teeth and he's like, I know there are things that you can't do, but I'm not a security officer.
I, I'm okay. All right, let's look around. Do we cross Hamida at any point?
Uh, you can call for her, um, but because Alita
In
likes
the
to hang out
lunchroom?
in the mess hall, you know that she was in the mess hall before you when you got word. In fact, what I want you to
Hmm.
imagine is more than likely, you guys probably had a moment of in the mess room doing whatever it is you do during downtime, and you got the call that that Lakota was treating Dudge, and you guys did the whole uh quick look at each other to see who's going to take this call, and you rock paper scissors, and you lost, or you won, however you want to look at it. So you
I
know that
wanna
she's in the mess hall right now.
I want to imagine that like while Lakota is gone and Hamida and me are just sitting there, like it's awkward now because like there's no one to argue with.
Yeah, Lakota and Hamida like to argue about the three worlds and the new Albion Protectorate a lot. In fact,
Yeah,
it's actually there's been a few times where you've had to separate the two. In your, you've
yeah,
had plenty of downtime where you haven't had a lot of screen time. We've had idle animations of eating a bowl of cereal and walking in circles around the mess hall while you get food ready to eat.
yes. Idle animations.
Yes, I listen.
The
We're all
stock
video gamers
photography.
here. We've seen the when the NPC makes a loop around a certain area.
Hmm. No particular reason.
Yep. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know she's in the mess hall or the galley, whatever you want to
Okay.
call it.
So
It's the map says mess hall. You guys should also be able to move your characters. Should.
we
Although I
should,
may have
but
to.
it's really difficult.
Yeah,
Oh, do you
It's
have
very
to move
difficult in the
through?
you just have to walk around the ship.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can drag you guys wherever.
um.
As you guys
Yeah.
move
Okay.
away, by the way, just because I didn't get a chance to do it before that, as you guys move away
Hmm.
and head in towards the mess hall, I need Pike to
Yeah.
roll a no modifiers. Don't try to actually break the ship. This is just for a bit. Make me a close combat roll, please,
Okay.
and it'll become evident shortly why. 3 successes. Okay.
Was there a soldier sitting there?
No, I'm doing a bit. Just give me a second. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
perfect. All
It
right,
would be
so
funny if if that was measuring the depth of the dent that I put in the bulkhead wall there, and this dude just like walked over and was like, "What is this fist shape? What the fuck in the wall?"
And then he decides by the size of this hole that he goes, I don't want to screw with that.
okay. Well, in the time that you guys finish your brief conversation in the hallway after you punch the hole or punched the wall, one of the working Joes comes up, and I want to be clear because previously we have them programmed to avoid Pike. In this
Yeah.
moment, he does not make any of the normal, oh, there's Pike, let me turn around and come back later. He goes straight to the wall where he punched it, and he has a maintenance jack. Now, I realize the maintenance jack has some very specific descriptions and obvious uses, but let's imagine for the moment it also has a bit of a suction cup moment, so it can undent things. And so he begins working on undenting the wall that has been dented by the Pike.
Nice.
And that he starts, he gets 1 success of the 3 he needs to finish the repair before you guys walk away. Just for the bit. I had to do it for the bit. Also, I changed the tokens and it didn't seem to update, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm just following Aaliyah. Just this rabid fucking dog behind you trying really hard not to throw shit. He's following you.
Do not let me interrupt if you guys have anything other than, obviously, when you talk to Amita, she's going to have her things to say.
Well, I guess for the people who are hanging out in the room here, all 4 of them, I guess.
Yeah, I think Quintana sees the angry Pike, and she's like, nope, I'm going to go fuck off down here. As far as the Westcotts, they're out. Oops.
Yeah, this is probably this is easily the angriest any of them have ever seen Pike.
Yeah, between the 2 of them, they immediately are like, nope, I am not dealing with that fuckface. What Nina is definitely like, nope, not at all. No. And Finn, who I believe actually has vague recollections of your fist in his face, is absolutely like, nope. So they DD Mao as well. That's an old army term. Get the fuck out of Dodge. So yeah, Amina's just sitting there with her little tray of food that is mostly eaten, and sets her fork down, looks up at you, and says, "I suppose this is because of Dutch." She's got a bit of a playful smirk.
Did you get any report?
I talked all over you. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, did you get any report about that?
Just
on your PDAT or anything?
No, I haven't gotten a report yet. Just that something happened with Dudge and Lakota was checking him out. I think I heard something about a beatdown or something. I don't know. What's up? What happened? Do you know?
Yeah, it's quite a beatdown. I was just looking at him a little bit before Lakota shoot us from the office, but it looked pretty serious as far as just like a normal beatdown goes.
Think he'd be able to do his job?
Everyone. Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
You. Please continue, my minion protege.
Was this everyone that was in the mess hall recently?
Oh,
because that's like most of the crew.
Quintana and the Westcotts.
Yeah,
they've been here for I don't know. We've been here kind of just jaw jacking for like the last hour or something. Then you came in for a little while, and then you left when the call came in about Dudge.
Yeah. Okay. So no report. I just want to do some checking around before we depart for our next mission. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Anything I can do to
help? Where's the mechanics? Are they downstairs?
Well, I mean, Finn was just in here a moment ago until, all dark and brooding walked in.
Finn,
I haven't seen the other guy, Coblins. I haven't seen him in shit. I actually haven't seen him in a few hours, I think. I mean, that's not unusual. He's either down in the bay or fucking off somewhere on the Ileana whenever we're in town.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
You remember, I think, Alita, you might remember, I know Pike remembers, when you guys went to go get noodles, that you did see Coblins with Yana Camaris. Pike definitely did.
Yep, I saw it. But I don't think I told anybody because it was just kind of like whatever. I guess. Yeah. I guess she's a commie spy too.
Yeah.
That's just sort of.
Well, I mean, you assumed that based on her name alone.
No, he didn't think she was a spy until she met with the guy that he's super convinced is a spy.
Okay, sure.
Yana was the reporter?
The reporter with the small town newsletter thing, with an irregular publishing schedule and a very small scope. Basically, it's their pet project that they do outside of their normal duties, because they have.
It's for people who want to be in an arts and crafts club.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yes. If this was a high school musical, this is definitely the yearbook committee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I guess Alita's gonna leave and Pike is gonna follow.
Yep. He's waiting for you to do the whodunit so he can who did it, who died.
So he can beat it. So he can beat the who did it.
Yeah, basically.
Beat the who did it.
Dudge didn't ask for anything. Fuck this.
Dudge is such a sweet boy.
minding his own goddamn drunk ass business on our ship, and someone has to go beat the fuck out of him.
And beat the brakes
Yeah.
off him. Oh wait, no, that wasn't Hamida. Um, yeah, Hamida just looked at you like, well, if you got other stuff you want to check on, that's fine. Just let me know what you find out, and if you need any help, let me know.
Cool, thank you.
I am
And
happy
she's
to
gonna
help.
leave.
And she says it in a way that
somehow.
you know she's kind of bored, but doesn't want to admit to being bored because she knows that if she did say she was bored, that's when everything falls off the ship and everybody dies.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Kane
Um,
will know this reference. You know, at about 3 o'clock in the morning on a 24-hour shift, and you're like, I'm bored, and that's when the drunkies come in.
yeah. As an Uber driver, I know that.
Mm-hmm. All right, where to? What do you want to do?
Let me see here.
You could always call for Dudge, or anybody for that matter. Just be like,
We
hey,
Could,
can you meet
but I
me
don't
in
want to
this room?
speed up the process.
We can't meet with Dudge right now.
I'm sorry, I meant Goblins, but
Koblenz.
yeah, like, I mean, you can call anybody in particular, and you have a certain level of authority across the ship as security. If there's a security concern, you can. I mean, there's obviously limits here, but you could pretty much do whatever you want and to continue your investigation.
Yeah. I guess yeah. I'll say into the intercom that I'm calling for mechanic Koblenz to the mess hall. And we'll go and wait for like 15 minutes.
Okay. Here, I'll stick you back in there. How long do you feel like waiting?
Like 10 minutes, maybe.
Okay. In that 10 minutes, you get nothing back.
MSS motherfucker.
You know, that doesn't imply that he's guilty.
It means
That
he
just
doesn't give a fuck
implies
about your
that he's not
authority.
a.
I'm talking over you. I'm sorry.
Pike is pacing back and forth, and after
Yeah,
after some time, that's what he says. Says, "Yeah, go fucking figure, MSS motherfucker."
That's when Hamida takes some wrapping thing and throws it at you, and it's like, stop! You're wearing a hole in the deck plating.
You should be more fucking concerned about what just happened to a crewmate.
I am, but the fact that Alita and you are on it means I'm not as concerned. I've just started to worry about that deck plating right there. You are literally wearing a hole into it right now. Could you please take a breath? Now, before you have some sort of crazy Pike-fueled response, which is entirely apropos,
No, he
he has
her.
some, or she has some rapport with you.
Yeah, no, like I said, he likes her. He's not gonna flip out at her.
Yeah. That's why she's fucking with you. She gets it. She's just trying to get you to calm the fuck down. And maybe, I mean, you only have 2 or 3 brain cells to rub together to keep warm, but she's hoping that you could use at least 1 or 2 of them instead of storming off and doing Pike things.
I mean,
I think Alita is.
Pike is trying very hard right now to not just fly off the handle, tear through the ship, and just murder the mechanic on principle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he's doing this whole storming back and forth. He keeps looking at Alita like he's angry at Alita, but we've known each other for long enough that that's not that he's angry at you. It's that he's super fucking impatient and he's wanting. He's like,
you need results when you needed them 5 minutes ago. I know how that is.
Mm-hmm.
Where you get angry at your soldiers, or in your case, airmen that don't show up ever. But you're like, I need you here now, and you're not here 20 minutes ago. What's the problem?
But as a testament to the captain's efforts, Mike is trying really hard.
Yeah.
He is very angry and he's trying really hard.
Yeah. So we don't have any news.
You do have, I should mention, because this came up in one of the missions I was researching for you guys. You guys do have what's called personal data transmitters affixed to your bodies in some, whether it's subdermal or maybe you wear a wristband or something. You have effectively a means by which to track members of crew. You could, huh?
AirTag?
Basically, yes.
Nice.
So you can use any yield computer terminal and be like, all right, well, there's Collins and there's everybody else, and why are those two moving very rapidly back and forth between each other like that? Don't ask. I just wanted to make a dumb joke. So you can figure out where on the ship Koblenz is,
If he is in the ship.
If he's on the ship, yes. And if he's not, you could track him down eventually. And by eventually, I mean like within a couple turns. It wouldn't be that hard to find.
Okay. You know what? Computer terminal is the one next to Working Joe, right?
Let's say yes, because I never pay attention to the iconography.
Well, these are also panels. These are intercom panels. I don't know if they'd have like a locator thing on them.
I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, you definitely have within arm's reach or thereabouts the ability to track down people. So yeah, you could definitely go to that one that looks like a computer terminal. What is my key code here say? That is a access terminal. So between the intercom and the access terminal, I feel like it would not be difficult to figure out where somebody is if you want to look for them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head to the access terminal. I'll see if we can see that it's even on the ship. So
okay. Give me it'll be a comms tech, but you get a +2 because the computer's going to do most of the work for you.
Yep.
Yep. You find them easily. Let me see. What am I looking at? Give me 1 second. See it. One moment. Oh, perfect.
Where might he be? Where be he?
Koblenz is in the vehicle workshop down on deck C.
Anyone else near him?
Oh, down there by himself. I can drag you guys down there if you want to head down there.
Oh.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Let me go ahead and move Pike down to that deck.
But the question is,
yeah,
is Alita coming with me?
I assume she will.
Yes, Alita has to go with you. Yeah.
Do you want Hamida to go with you?
You know what? Here's a good Pike growth moment. Like we get that, and then he like pokes his head into the mess hall and looks right at her and says, "If you don't want me to kill him, you should come." And then I just dip out.
Make a manipulation.
Yeah, I think.
Do I have to with a statement like that?
No. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was gonna see just, but you're right with the words, those specific words. She's gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck, god damn it." You can see she like shoves her shit away. She makes kind of a big deal. Now you do know her well enough to know that even if you don't see all this and you hear it muffled through the door closing behind you because you didn't even wait to see if how she responded. You hear these things. You could tell she's kind of fucking around with you a little bit, but there's also a certain level of, oh fuck, I better go.
He might actually kill somebody.
yeah. He's like, there might even been a slight pause of about 2 seconds. And she's like, shit, he might actually, god damn it. And so she kind of, takes a couple steps to jog up and catch up to you guys. She will also, on the way down, tell you, Alita, that
yes,
hold on. In the elevator ride, I want to imagine it's super tense. And she just kind of leans over and whispers in your ear in a way that Pike will obviously hear this as well. You take the lead. I've got backup. And I want to be very clear that when she says I've got backup, she means she's going to attempt to restrain Pike in case he gets out of line.
Yeah. That's a pretty good code word.
So, in cop fashion, she's assigning you to Koblenz and
prison guard.
Yeah, like, well, not so much good cop, bad cop, or whatever, but like she wants you to take care of Koblenz, and she's going to take care of Pike if he gets out of line. Okay. Now, Pike, you're completely oblivious to this. However, you do have a couple brain cells, so if you manage to figure it out, that's cool. That said,
Alita is twice as intelligent as Pike.
That's somehow. Not hard to do, though.
He told Hamida, like he was like he knew, like he knows himself. He's trying not to fuck things up for the captain. He's been putting a lot of effort in to try to make Pike different, and he's like, all right, like this is a lot. Mm-hmm. I know that just killing him will make me feel better, but that doesn't mean that some other MSS motherfucker isn't going to come and mess with our pilot.
Yep.
Alita really does need to get answers. If I tell Hamida that I might kill him, then if it'll make things worse for the crew, I trust Hamida will just shoot me.
Well, you
And
do
you'll
notice
just
that she
walk
doesn't have
away.
a sidearm on her right now. Nobody does, at least so far as you know. That said,
Oh, you know what then? If I see that she doesn't have a gun, because remember he went on the station, he came back off, but he didn't want to get killed by the mob or anything.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna like reach into into where he's got his concealed VP-70.
Okay.
And he's going to hand it to Hamida. And when he hands it to her, he's gonna say, if you decide you don't need to shoot me with this, I'm gonna want it back later.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna actually move it. I'm gonna actually move that off of you onto her. Although it's probably just gonna copy and paste. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's fine. We'll just drag yours
Now
down
there's
into.
two.
Now we just drag yours down into the. How
I can just put it in my phone.
add the lock. So she has that. Let me inactive her weapons. Jesus Christ, lady, calm down. Dual action electrostatic shotgun, a knife, and an F90 903W. Yeah, that weapon. God damn, calm down, lady. Why did I give her so much guns? Anyway, all right, yeah. So you come down onto the deck. You can see there, according to the map, you're coming out into what is effectively the cargo bay, the hangar door, whatever. There's the door that leads into the vehicle workshop. That's where Dudge is. You hear, coming out of that workshop, this is probably gonna sound a little stereotypical, but frankly, stereotypical Russian folk music. Coming out. It's got a bit of a beat to it. It's not super chill. It's kind of ramped up, to be honest. It's a little bit closer to 80s rock, but it's still the the traditional Russian folk music sort of thing going on. And you hear a clang as what sounds like somebody trying to tighten a bolt, dropping it, or dropping a wrench. And in the vehicle workshop is one of your, I think you guys have like Daihotais or the 8x8 trucks or a couple of different vehicles, obviously. But Dudge is definitely under there working on one of them right now.
Pike is just gonna shout out from the elevator. It's gonna set the wrong tone for this. Hey, you MSS motherfucker! I don't care who you work for, but you better convince Alita that you did not fuck over one of your own crewmates, or I'm gonna tear your goddamn head off.
Okay, so as you get about half of that out, you get about half a dozen elbow jabs from Hamida. Hey, calm.
Can I make a intimidation manipulation to try to see if I can set a tone of, oh god, I better like figure something out here with Alita for this guy?
Listen.
Well, okay, yes. What are you gonna roll? What is your goal?
It's an intimidation. I want to put the fear of death in this man, and like if he to be like, okay, like I genuinely believe that if I do not convince Alita, and Alita does not tell this crazy man to back down, that I'm going to have to fight for my life.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is manipulation, but using strength to go with it. Does that make sense?
Yes, because I have the talent for that.
Oh, okay. Got it. I wasn't sure if that was a talent or if you were just going to go old school raw dog it. I don't know. All right, make your roll. Okay. Now, he is... What does this do?
He's got the cool glasses. I'm sure he's going to be able to like have more counter manipulation.
I mean, I'm just intimidating him, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to force him to make any particular action. What I'm hoping to do here is use this to give you a bonus in some way when you do your interrogation and questioning.
Yeah.
What is the talent or whatever that you just used? What's it called?
Menacing.
Manipulation.
See what that says.
You have a scary physical presence that makes it easy to intimidate people. You can roll for manipulation using strength instead of empathy when you threaten someone to make them do what you want.
So basically, on success, they give in or they attack you.
His only two options are to talk to Alita and try to justify that he didn't do it, or he can run over and decide that he would like to pick a fight with me.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, he still has most of his faculties. So he.
But it does mean that he can't just like be like, "Oh shit, the gig is up," and like try to run away or anything like that.
No. He actually, what you get is we get the obligatory action 80s movie shot of him rolling out from under the vehicle with his stupid sunglasses on, of course. The music on the radio happens to change to combat music, just for the record. Because why not? Why wouldn't it change to combat music? So, it's definitely a bit more edgy, a little bit more grungy, a little bit more actiony. As he rolls out from under, takes his time standing up, and as he stands up, of course, he's got a fucking maintenance jack-sized pipe wrench in his hand. And he kind of chunks it onto one shoulder, and he's looking at Alita, and he looks at you. I don't give a fuck. You think I did something. I did nothing. You can't approve. I may have channeled some of my...
Can I look him over for a second?
Oh, please. Please.
Is he glistening?
I mean, he definitely looks like he's been working under that vehicle for...
Okay.
Sweaty, oily streaks. Anything more than that, you're going to need some observation dice.
Yeah, okay. Give me a second.
It doesn't stop you from making any observations. It just stops your chances of getting more successes. So,
yes.
Go ahead and give me that question. Whoop, I did not mean to roll that. Oh, you didn't know I rolled it anyway. Go ahead and give me your observation ask. What are you looking for?
I'm using an investigation to know whether or not he has markings on his hands from fisticuffs.
Okay.
Or are they just maintenance fisticuffs?
Well, the one set of knuckles on his right hand, the one holding the pipe wrench on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
The knuckles definitely look like they've been smacked against something several times. Although, considering when you see him holding the pipe wrench, it's entirely possible that his grip on the wrench slipped, and you may or may not have done maintenance work yourself. Sometimes that happens. So it's inconclusive at the moment, but you also do recognize, of course, that his hands are approximately the same size as the welts on old boy's face. Of course, this is, again, inadmissible evidence. Doesn't mean that he's the one that did it, just that somebody with big hands did it.
Yeah, he's not in Pike question yet.
Right. And he is definitely giving you the I don't have to say shit.
Well, it would be nice if you said that you didn't do it.
Didn't do what? I did nothing. You can't prove anything.
Well, we didn't even say what we think you did.
But you clearly come down here to hold on. You clearly come down accusing. You get the fuck out of my maintenance bay.
I'm
I'm
gonna go with
I'm waiting for Pike to be like, fuck this guy, and just fuck his face right off his goddamn head.
We're getting very close to that.
I know we are.
Yeah.
Alita, please
I'm gonna
do
go with
something,
the command,
or Amita's gonna be shooting me with a gun.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my authority here to use a command roll.
Absolutely.
To basically say, like, look, we're coming here with a lawful inquiry about whether or not you got into an altercation with Dublin's.
No,
Dudge.
this is Coblins. It's with Dudge. You're asking
Dudge.
the question you want to ask.
Combined the same name.
Yeah, no, I get. I fucked them up too. The question you want to ask or get him to admit to is: did Coblins beat the shit out of Dudge? That's the end state here. And you're going to use
not whether he got and beat the guy, is whether they got into an altercation. That doesn't imply guilt on either side.
Yeah, you're trying to get a more neutral question. I got you. And that's what your command roll is. Unfortunately, that gave you more panic, and that means you drop an item.
Oh my god!
I'm feeling. You know what I'm feeling like right now, right? A certain other couple of characters of mine. I'm gonna put your Seaburn.
Maybe the pressure of.
I imagine. You know what? I feel like some of these you probably wouldn't be carrying your Seaburn detection kit on you right now. You're not wearing your armor right now, unless you want it to. So
you might not have anything to drop right now.
Yeah, I think you're just in your street clothes. You have a high beam flashlight that just disappeared. It's in your inactive now. So maybe
Okay.
you drop a flashlight on the floor, and Coblin's just smirks as he says, because you didn't get any successes. It's like, I say, you cannot prove shit. Now get the fuck out of here unless you have actual authority. I know that look. That look was like, I'm about to get you some pike authority.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I can't. I don't think I can actually manage to do anything else. I'm more panicked. Drop item. If I go for any more rolls,
You're gonna start freezing up and shit. You may even run.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I will say this though. I don't know if this really works this way, but we're gonna try it, and I'm gonna GM say I can. So Hamida is just going to yell, "Listen, that's enough." Cheated a little bit, but she got successes. She made a command roll. Your panic is cleared.
Okay.
Fucking Coblins, on the other hand, he hears the steel in her voice, and he realizes, okay, well, this is getting super awkward. Pike, I'm going to give you the option of ignoring that command, because I know you want to rip this guy into tiny little pieces. But she did give a command with 3 successes, and she basically has insinuated, hey, let's just calm the fuck down. And she does have some authority over you in this moment.
Does he look like he's like? Does it look like he's softening his aggro to try to be more cooperative, or does it look like he's steeling himself to like tell her off?
He gives you, you know what? Make an observation roll. Let's see if you can read this right.
Actually, yeah. Maybe I retry my command roll.
All right. I guess we're doing this.
Yeah. So what you see is he's taking a breath at the moment, and you get the impression he's getting ready to say once more that you can all fuck off and die as far as he's concerned. Get the fuck out of my maintenance bay unless you've got some real goddamn proof to show. He hasn't actually said that, but in your mind, it seems like he's about to take another breath to say it all.
Yeah. So I'm gonna retry my command roll, and it's like, let's try this again. Did you?
Yeah, you know what? I'll let you, because he had to make a quick observation, so maybe you have a quick second to step in before he actually makes an action to get himself in trouble. So go ahead if you want to make another command. But your action can't be exactly the same. It needs to be different.
Okay. Is it preceded by let's try this again? Thus, it's different.
Maybe, or maybe you could try to do something like, you can deal with our authority here, or we can escalate this in a way that's way worse.
You could do that. I mean,
it can go here or Ileana.
Hamida is going to frown when you say that, though. But that's not important right now.
Yeah.
Or maybe because he said, okay. Or maybe because his response was that, like, you come back with somebody with authority, you could, because before you came down, you're like, I have questions, you're going to answer them. Maybe you could retort with, no, we are the authority here, and that could be a different command roll.
That would work. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go with the we are the authority, I guess.
Okay.
I do have authority talent, which allows me to.
You know what you could do?
Yeah.
You could we are the authority and pull out your marshal badge. You are literally a space cop. You literally are the authority.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
somehow
nothing else. Like, you have the badge and you have the captain's back, or the captain has your back, absolutely. And Hamida is standing right there with you. She definitely has your back. She's just trying to get everybody to simmer down a bit. So you
and you were really nice and not made me drop my badge.
I didn't drop your badge. I dropped your flashlight. I don't know. Do you have a badge?
No, that's what I mean. I don't know where it would be.
I don't think you actually have a badge. That would be dope. We're gonna have to make an item just for you now. Anyway, it's gonna be your new signature item. It's your badge. Yeah. Don't listen to me. I'm talking shit. What do you want to do? You're gonna make another command roll?
Yeah, I am the authority here.
Could I try to make a roll to assist this command roll?
Can you flex with, like,
you know what,
menacingness?
Hold on.
Here's what I would like to try, because Pike is obviously, like, he just failed that observation. Like, he's definitely like getting into that, oh no, I'm gonna fucking kill you look, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to argue that I could make a manipulation strength with menacing to give him bonus dice so that this guy sees Alita as the option of like, okay, if I cooperate with this authority, then if Pike does anything, he's the bad guy here. And that dude gets fucked way harder no matter what he does to me.
Okay.
Like we could make this a
Mm.
3v1 if I go along with the authority.
All right.
here.
So there is an assist mechanic. I'm going to argue that you need to make at least one success on a skill roll that is pertinent to what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
On success, it will give him Alita a +1 die for his, or excuse me, her command roll.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple successes won't be helpful though. It's just a straight up go or no go, and it'll get a +1.
There
you go. Yeah, manipulation works.
Yep.
What exactly did you say again though? I was looking up the rule while you were doing that.
I want to make it so that like it look to make it look like, hey, like as a further incentive, if I cooperate with Alita and the law here, then I get the law on my side, and if that motherfucker tries some shit, he like the whole fleet's gonna come down on him.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. All right, go ahead and make your I am the authority, Judge Dredd. I'm just thinking of fucking what's his face, the little dude. Fuck, I can't think of his name. Not Judge Dredd, the other guy. He was in a bunch of other movies with Adam Sandler and all them. Can't think of his fucking name.
I don't know.
Anyway, he's like, I am the law, mocking Sylvester Stallone. Wow, you got 4 successes on a command roll. Unfortunately, command does not have stunts, but I think with 4 successes, he's going to attempt to counter and only gets 2 of them. That was obviously. Oh, that's right. I'm on blind rolls, so you can't solve it. I got 2 successes, so half of your successes get wiped out, but it doesn't change anything. You could see almost immediately in his body language as you guys level on him that if he doesn't cooperate, that Pike will happily pick him up and drag him to some jail cell somewhere, and then the fleet will deal with him. Which means in his eyes, people other than Captain Warren will become involved, which changes things quite a bit for him. His shoulders slump. The confidence goes right out of his body language. The pipe wrench slowly comes down off his shoulder. And he doesn't say a fucking thing. Well, no, I take it back. He sets the pipe wrench down gently, almost reverently, as he sets it down and leans it against the side of whatever vehicle he's been working on. He says, all right, what's next then? Take me somewhere, you beat me, you put bullets in me, maybe?
This is the UA. We don't put bullets in people for no reason.
I doubt that very much. But
all right, well, I don't.
And he looks at Pike. You put your war dog on me?
He's along for the ride. He's a
boy.
Concerned individual.
I want you to imagine when he says goodbye, he's imagining in his head the lap dog sitting in the passenger seat with his head out the window. He says that. He has a lot of scored for Pike right now.
Yeah.
So Pike isn't going to be he's not going to move fast. He's not moving towards him or anything. He's going to look on the floor around himself. Because we came in from the side of the vehicle base, or probably near all the workout equipment that he has set up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to grab a metal bar, and he's just gonna, while he's staring at him and saying nothing and not moving away from Hamida, he's gonna use his superhuman strength.
Fucking lapdog, that's all he is. Fine, where do we go now?
We can stay here, or we can go to the mess hall, or I don't think we have a thing here.
I don't know if you actually have a brig in here, but you could definitely set one up relatively easily.
I mean, there's a quarantine, but there's no point.
But you could also, let me see. Let me look at the other.
There's airlocks.
Yeah, that's... he will not do that. I don't think anybody would do that.
That's a danger.
Yeah, that's definitely a danger, Will Robinson.
There's
definitely rooms anywhere on the ship that you could set aside that if they're not in use, you could lock somebody in there and be like, yeah, you're just going to hang out in here for now. So otherwise.
I don't intend to lock them up.
You can confine him to either the maintenance room or the bunk room or the mess hall in the conveyance of his duties, but that requires probably keeping some sort of eye on him. Now, you can set up Mother. Go ahead.
I do want to, as a reminder, because I know it happened forever ago, when we met, when Pike and Koblenz met, Pike wasn't friendly particularly, right? He wasn't super icy either, right? Like, I believe we had a handshake, and Pike said something to the effect of, because when we met, because I just set up the gym and stuff, he was wearing his like UPP army sweatpants, basically.
Yeah, something along those lines, probably.
And Pike said something to the effect of like, I'm not. It's something like, those allegiances aren't why I'm here. We are a crew. As long as you do that too, we don't have a problem. And we had like a weird handshake.
Yeah, you had a little bit of an understanding of sorts. Yeah.
Yeah. So just as a reminder, in case it comes up, like with the conversation with this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Well, I remember now, but also like it doesn't necessarily change what is in store for him. But as I was saying, you can set it up where the only places Koblenz is allowed to be is his bunk room, or the bunk room, whatever, the mess hall, or the maintenance bay. Only within the scope of his duties and absolutely nothing else. And you could set it so that mother or daughter, whatever, can track his PDT, and if he wanders from those places for more than a few seconds, that you and Hamida and anybody else you designate will get immediate updates. You know that you can do that as far as like one of your security responsibilities or scope or whatever for shipboard conduct. That this is a tool in your bag that you can do for people that get a little crazy or need to be sequestered or whatever.
Yeah.
I do also want to point out that when Pike decided to set the wrong tone for this, like, he didn't say like, I know you did this. He called him out as MSS, whether it's true or not, and told him that he needed to tell Alita that he was innocent, right? He didn't say you're guilty. Yeah. He said you need to prove to Alita that you're innocent.
Yep. So there's like no question about it.
So yeah, I mean, so what happened is
obviously he's there in a threatening manner. So like whatever, but for the future or for the conversation that the two of them end up having, it's very clear that Pike is like, he's obviously angry, and he's obviously like, he hasn't already decided the guy is guilty. He's just so angry. He doesn't know how to talk, and he's like, you need to prove your innocence.
So what's funny about that is Pike is like, you need to prove your innocence.
Okay.
And Koblenz is like, you need to prove guilt.
So again,
my internet is getting wonky.
Oh, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I'm here. I hope I didn't disappear too long. Said my internet connection was unstable or something.
No, you're back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm here. Didn't miss anything, I hope. Said something about the irony about how Pike, the UA guy, is like, you need to prove your innocence. That's not how the UA works. And Koblenz is like, oh yeah? Well, you need to prove I'm guilty. That's exactly how the UA works. At least by law.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And Alita just wants to know if there's an altercation.
You're trying to play the neutral gray zone. And
which has the extra layer of fun, because the UPP does not do that.
No, exactly. Exactly. What do you want to do? I mean, I'm on the map for the top deck. You guys are still on the bottom deck, so let me get back to the right area. Well, Luke is down there. I don't know where Pike is.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Again, I just want to know, as a concerned person, was there an altercation between you and Dutch?
I'm gonna need a manipulation roll to get the answer.
Cool. Where the hell is my thing? There it is.
It's right there. Just click it. Just click it. Just click it. Come on. Click it.
There it is.
Oh, you start trembling, and he notices that. You did get a success.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes out a little bit. It comes out quite a bit more weak than you intended it for. You're trying to get you're imagine as a salesman, you're trying to get the close, right? You're trying to get the commit, and it comes out much more like, so there
A
was
question?
yeah, it does. So was there an altercation, something maybe? And he and
But
Coblin's
we got that command roll, so he's cooperative.
he is, but this is also that moment where he's like, weakness detected, tremble noticed. I not have to say shit
Activate.
right now. I saved my words for Captain.
Okay, well, let's see here. We could just leave you and Pike. I
Okay.
mean, neither of you
That
are.
one is going to be another manipulation roll.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I like
But
the
on this
whole
one, in fact, actually, I want Pike to make the intimidation roll.
I like the idea that it's like, hey, I mean, if you want us to go get the captain, then we're gonna have to leave you here, and I don't know what he's gonna do if we leave him here
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
he doesn't
and
have
this
to
this
come
is the
with
moment
us.
where yeah, this is the moment where Pike is like, "Oh, really?" And he, Jesus Christ, 5 goddamn
5
successes.
successes.
That's fucking ridiculous. 5 6s out of 9 dice. That's it's statistically impossible. Not
he
really. But...
is he feeling a hell of a lot
Improbable.
more answerative now?
Oh yeah, he just looks at you and he doesn't have his pipe wrench this time, which admittedly that pipe wrench wasn't going to give him a lot of an advantage, but it's going to give him more than he has now, which is none, exactly none, less than none, in fact.
It made him feel like it was a big deal.
It did, yeah. And so he's like, yeah, that's what he's just like. He says something in Russian under his breath. You get the impression that it's a curse word. In fact, Mike, you probably have heard this one, but it's like motherfucker, and whatever that would be in Russian. And he says,
Cactela.
Sure. There was altercation. He fell on the floor several times. I did not fall. And when he says it now, I realize I've got a little bit of a different tone that he probably would use, but he is very, I don't want to say meek, but like he's saying things he doesn't want to admit to. Because he knows once he admits, it's fucked.
So it's not that you got into an altercation, it's why you got into an altercation.
I do not understand what you say.
Okay.
I pull a different trick out of my bag just to get it swatted away.
Yep. So okay, so we know they got into a fight, and I'm talking to like them now.
Yeah.
Not.
Sure. Yeah, he's standing there, kind of like dumbfounded and not really sure what he's supposed to be doing.
Well, he doesn't have to do anything right now. He's excused from his job.
Yep.
Which is a great feeling.
While you figure out what you want to do from here, if anything, I want to go to. No, actually, we should probably timeline-wise, we should probably continue. So never mind, disregard. Okay. We'll definitely get to you, Rodance. Don't worry.
We probably it's perfect time for me to be over here eating snacks, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, please. You not that you need my permission, of course, but enjoy your snacks. So yes.
So I looked at Himida and Pike, and I go, okay, so it's clear they got into a fight. We don't know why they got into a fight.
No, but the fact that there was a fight is more than enough to get this guy locked down for a few days and let the captain figure out what he wants to do.
That's I think in a moment that might be kind of confusing for Koblenz right now. Pike doesn't talk to Koblenz. Like he looks at Alita and says, there are plenty of good and nothing, and there are plenty of good and worthless reasons for brothers to fight. But there's no reason not to say that you got into a fight over something stupid. If you can't say
unless you're
got into
a
fight, then it's not stupid and it's not a good reason.
It's a serious issue.
Amita gives you she gives you that. That's a fair point.
And he's just says, I mean, fuck. I let the captain shoot me over a disagreement. It was a legitimate problem.
Amita, I want you to imagine, I've used this joke before, but I want you to imagine very similar to Stewie when he and Brian goes to meet with Upside Down Face's dad, and Stewie at that moment does one of these because Brian said something stupid. That's what Hamida's doing.
Yeah.
Would you say that the captain shot you and you let him do it? She's giving you that look. Like, this is a conversation you and I are going to have later, and you're going to spill the beans, my friend. She does not know this. I think Alita might.
Alita's just like,
Alita might.
She doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't.
She doesn't know
I think that was
happened.
kept under control because various reasons. Like, we don't need Warren being removed. Like, we don't need Pike being removed. You're both fucking antisocial, psychotic sons of bitches.
Yeah, she just kind of agrees and goes, "Yeah, that's a good point. I would imagine that happened."
Yeah. I think in Alita's mind, she's like, that must have happened before I joined the team, right? Right, guys, right? Yeah, that's right, right? It couldn't have possibly happened after I came along. I would have heard about it.
But I'm hoping I'm not trying to make a manipulation roll because I'm not talking to him. But obviously he's listening to this conversation. And I'm hoping
let's be clear,
that,
he understands English better than he's putting on right now.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I'm hoping that like this information, what Pike is saying, is giving this guy like Pike really, like, the idea that somebody on the crew betrayed us is crazy to Pike. Like, we escaped the universe to get away from that shit. And he really hopes that Koblin's loyalty is to his crew. And he's like, Pike is basically dropping, and for Koblin's to hear, like, Pike's rage is out of loyalty to the crew. You know, and yeah, like, you know, brothers fight, obviously, you know, fight over dumb. Yeah, people fight over dumb shit, and that's fine. And he's even showing how extreme that attitude is by being like, yeah, I mean, I even let the captain shoot me because it was legitimate.
Yeah. So Hamida definitely is, like I said, Hamida's giving you you're going to tell me that story later. Look, and she looks back at Alita, and he's like, he's got a point. This definitely has to go to the captain, and this was definitely not just some bullshit. I got mad because you sat in my spot too long.
Yeah, so maybe a lockdown is in question.
When you say that,
I'm
sorry, I'm talking all over you. Please continue. I gotta shut up and wait for you to finish.
Yeah, so a lockdown is probably in question, at least until we have the report from Lakota.
Yeah, no, I'm going to enact that lockdown. And she looks directly at Koblenz. You are confined to quarters, the mess hall, or the maintenance bay in accordance with your duties for the day, any day, until further notice. Do we have a problem here? And I want you to imagine, this is probably the first time you've actually heard Amita with some actual steel in her voice. Well, Pike probably, when she called him out multiple times for being a dumbass and trying to get himself killed. But yeah, she's definitely got some steel in her voice, and Koblenz is like, I understand. Can I continue working on truck? She's like, yeah, go ahead. We'll be watching you, though. And unless there's anything else you guys want to get from her right then and there, she's going to fuck off to the nearest computer terminal that she can interact with and have daughter put him on babysit program number 2.
Okay.
I just picked a random number. That didn't mean anything. But he's definitely under lockdown protocols or whatever.
So who's under protocol 1?
That's a good question.
The captain.
The captain probably. He needs to be. It's a little bit fucking wild. Why do you think he never leaves his office?
Not allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's just you and Pike, and after a moment, Koblenz just kind of turns around and heads back into the maintenance bay and gets back under the truck, and the Russian music goes back to more folky music and less combat-y music.
Less okay.
These are official terms.
So I looked at Pike. And I said, "How do you feel?"
Are you fucking kidding?
I know. But the best thing we can do right now is at least understand that he needs process. He's not a sociopath, so we don't have to like murder him or anything.
You're speaking Pike's love language.
He's MSS.
I feel like if he would have,
He's trained to lie. Be careful and let me know when you want him gone.
okay.
I just want to, just for the bit, this doesn't actually happen, but I want to imagine from under the truck. I fucking heard that.
I know.
I watched Hardline Crosser before I started playing tonight, so I might have some the Russian mother jokes in my mind.
And Pike is going to try to give Alita an opportunity. And Pike is going to like solo get on the elevator to leave and leave like Alita and Hamida here with him. So I will head up to Chow and I'm going to rage eat.
Rage eat?
Rage eat.
Alita, what are you doing? Are you gonna just fuck off? Are you gonna resume your idle animations or?
No idle animation, but I'm gonna continue with Hamida for a minute just to make sure that he doesn't flip out and murder her.
Okay. All right. Effectively, it takes her a few minutes, probably a turn, 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Dicking around with daughter and getting the protocol set up. Once it's set up, she touches in with Cobb and she's like, remember, no, wrong accent. Remember, we're watching you. It's your only chance to keep it straight. You keep it straight, that might go well for you. If not, can't help you. She waits for a minute for a response. He mutters something about, yeah, whatever. And she's like, all right. And she looks at you. I'm heading back up. I'm going to go fuck off and maybe take a shower or something. Also, I need to talk to Pike.
Yeah.
What the fuck he talking about letting the captain shoot him? What the fuck's that all about?
You just gotta roll with it. It's the captain and Pike. They
go way back, I hear.
They're special.
They're special. That they are. And
Mhm.
Scene wipe, transition screen. We go to Rodance the following morning. Are you still snacking?
Rodance is sitting here waiting for my poor character to get her leg. Does it fit?
Well, hold on. We've got a number of rolls to get through before we have that determined. Our
It's
first
a nice
rolls.
leg, at least.
Our
I'm
first roll.
concerned.
How well do you play with others? Roll.
Oh, you mean my two of them roll that I know how to do?
Yeah, first, meaning there was going to be several more. Because it is the next morning.
Okay, so
We can flashback later if we have to.
Yeah. Okay, empathy roll for depression. If I fail this, I'm having a bad day.
Yep.
Cool.
You are
Nightmares.
Yes. Did you sleep well?
If the roll succeeds, I have a bad day.
Okay. You're having a great
Apparently,
day.
I'm having a good day today.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Go ahead and your stress is 0. Your panic should be 0 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Because we're going to start from scratch. All right. So the next morning, you manage to actually have a restful sleep. As you wake up, there are fading remnants of the idea that maybe you got some hangout time with Tom Stevenson, whether or not you wanted it. It was pleasant. It may have been a little bit irritating for you. I don't know. I'll leave you to determine how that goes. But overall, it was a pleasant experience.
The hangout time is called me beating him in the back alley and feeding him to Pike. Like,
if that's what makes you feel better. Maybe that's why your dream was so good, or why your sleep was so good. Wow.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm raising sociopaths here.
He was a spy.
Yeah, but he really did love you. Or at least that's what he said.
But he was a spy.
But he did love you, according to him. Anyway, in the morning you get some shit hospital food. It's edible. Which is a step up from some of the food you've had to eat before.
Edible hospital food is several steps up above edible military food. Let's be clear.
It's still very, very low on the totem pole, but it's definitely an improvement.
What is this shit supposed to be? That's the cornbread. Eat up, son. You need it.
Dr. Sokolov comes in with a couple nurses or assistants or whatever, and he has a cart. And on that cart is a nice, well, it's not shiny because it's not metal, but, a nice shiny flesh tone. Ooh, I had to be very careful on those words. Fleshy looking, realistic looking leg for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to make a number of rolls. you'll need a certain amount of successes in order to, let's say, fully integrate your leg into your body. If you don't make enough successes on each of these rolls, you'll have penalties for the next mission. Does that make sense?
Fun.
So, let me scoot my notes over so I can keep track of everything. All right, so your first set of rolls, let me see. Number of rolls we need to cover the attachment visual. Okay, well, I just skipped over that part that says don't mention that part just yet. Just, God damn it, whatever. All right, first up, stamina. You're going to roll this to see how well your body receives and accepts the new leg. Okay. I need, because apparently I did not account for that. All
right. I passed.
You have a success, yes. Let me go do that. And
okay. So, are you saying this is one of those days when I should try to push my rolls to get
you
more
can. Oh,
successes?
yes, you could definitely push. The goal is to get as many successes as you might be able to eke out. I believe you have one of those.
My stamina is a wits skill for me, and I have the thing that lets me push wits. Multi-push wits.
Okay, go ahead and click that multiple push and push it again. All right.
Or you could just roll a face hugger.
Yep. So what happens is so in this case, I
still passed. I just get a little stress.
You gain some stress, definitely. Things don't feel right in the way that your nerves, like you get nerves. Let me get my words right. You have the sensation of a leg there, almost like it's an actual leg, like it's your actual leg, but it definitely gives you the feeling of like this is somebody else's leg that I am now wearing, and so it feels like there's a bit of a delay in some of the signals. If you're trying to lift your leg or bend your knee or move your foot, feels like a bit of a delay.
Why the fuck is my toes itchy?
Yes, that too. There's definitely that. Now, second one is this is a mobility roll. This is to an ability to mate your thoughts and intent with the actions your leg is actually doing, and making sure the nerve connections work. All right, so there's one success. You want to push that? Wow. Okay. So that would be the same results. All right, and lastly, we have a contact roll. This is for you to understand the leg's interface and interpreting basically status updates, codes, and things of that nature, so that if something were to happen, that you know how to take care of the leg and make sure it doesn't get all wonky. You are just getting bad stress rolls, but you got a better result than your previous ones. All right. I want you to imagine this takes probably a few hours between mating it to your body, getting the connections to link up, testing it, walking around unassisted, which probably the first few times, the nurses and assistants are there to help steady you. As you shift from a seated position to on your feet, they're right there holding you. And then as you get onto your feet, they let you gradually take control of your own mobility. It's a tough challenge. This is not going as well as you would like. There's probably a couple times you fall or start to fall and the assistants catch you. And I know Octavia, I feel like she's the one that would be fighting the assistants almost as much as she's fighting her own leg.
Yeah, she definitely feels very upset about it.
You probably hear Dr. Sokolov say this several times. Probably more than you want to hear. Take your time, be patient. Eventually, it will mate up the way it's supposed to. Just as fine as you were before. But he says this like 6 or 8 times in an hour. every time you fall over, every time you lose your balance, every time you try to do something and your leg doesn't quite function the way you want it to or expect it to, he's right there reminding you, be patient. It takes time. It will happen. Don't force it. I'm waiting for you to punch a doctor.
Why would I punch him when I can ask Pike to punch him?
That's just rude.
She's my buddy. I'd probably do it.
Yeah, I know you would. The doctor's like, why? Why is he punching me? I didn't do anything to him.
So can I get out of here, Doc?
I imagine you asked that question several times as well. Probably about as many times.
Over and over and over again, because I want to be out of here, because I'm tired of looking at these walls, and it's only been 3 days, but I really want out of here.
You know what? He leads you out into the hallway. The assistants guide you. They don't touch you. I want you to imagine they're standing right next to you on either side of you with their hands like this around your, like near your waist or around, getting ready to grab you by the arm in case you fall over. But they never actually touch you. And he says, I want you to go to that end of the hallway, go to that end of the hallway, and then come back here. And if you could do that without falling, I'll let you out today.
Away I go, man.
All right, give me just a plain old mobility roll with stress. Okay.
Success.
You got it. You even have an extra stunt in there if you want to show off, even though that's not actually a mobility stunt, I'm pretty sure.
I jog.
Perfect. Yeah. I think that's how you get your nervous twitch, because you're so caught up in the moment of trying to show off, or not show off, but prove to him that you are good.
I need to do my PT jog. It bugs me if I can't.
Yeah, and you got to get out of here
until I get my PT jog going.
Yeah, and you got to get out of here. And you have to get that jog. It takes. You go to one end of the hallway and you're like, okay, I think I got the rhythm right. I think I got it. And about halfway from that end of the hallway to the other end of the hallway, you get the rhythm right. And so you can actually jog back to him for that final leg. And it's wonky. I think, I want to be clear. I'm not making fun of anybody that's ever had to do this, but we've all seen, or I'm sure we have seen, people with leg amputations that end up running later on. And they have the little, I don't know what it's called. They have the prosthetic that's meant for running.
Their gait is different.
It's much different. And so you kind of get a similar gait at first, because I think maybe you overthink it. I feel like Octavia would definitely overthink it at first, and that's why she can't get it. And maybe that's why she's not doing as well as she thinks she would. And then finally she's like, you know what? Maybe Doc's right. Just let it happen. And when you have that moment, that epiphany, that's when your jog, the gait, actually matches a little bit much closer to what it should be than what you think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and he comes back and he has a little clipboard in his hand and he sticks it under one arm and he's like, well, get your paperwork processed. You'll have some meds, and you definitely need to take your time. Don't overdo it. And you are not running any marathons anytime soon. Understand?
I pull out my pilfered calm pad and call Pike to tell him to come pick me up.
Yeah,
I don't even in front of the doc.
Oh yeah, he's chuckling a little bit. He's like, all right, well, get her back
Doc
into
says
bed.
they're doing paperwork to get me out of here. I need you to come get me.
Go get her back in bed. I'll be by in a little bit with her release papers.
I need a fucking walk anyways. I'm on the way.
Yeah, I want to imagine Pike's evening is not well spent. He probably went and worked out for about 4 hours and tried to work himself into exhaustion.
And I very carefully turn to the doc and to the nurse and go, see, I got a friend to come pick me up. Now you can't complain that I'm going to walk home and fall on my face. And then I go sit in bed because I
don't know what I want to do. Either one of having both of them kind of look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or just ignore you as they make sure you get back into bed. Yeah, I think they're just going to ignore you as they, do their nursery duties and put you back in bed. Come on, Grandpa. Yeah. Come on, Grandpa. Get back in bed.
I'll go to an intercom. Alita, where are you?
Luke, are you there? He's muted at the moment.
Oh, he's
sorry.
unmuted.
There he goes.
I'm eating crackers.
Is Alita also eating crackers? Should I throw this
you, you know what? Why not?
Yeah, probably.
All right. He stops by the galley, and he just
Okay.
he walks over to you and just says, "I'm gonna go get Octavia unless you need me to stay on the ship for some reason."
No, it should be fine. Is Octavia good now?
She said she is, and that's good enough for me.
Excellent. Well, we'll be happy to have her back on the crew.
And he leaves. He wants to get off the ship.
I realize.
Checks out. Do you basically go straight there?
Mm,
It is the following morning. Well, by the time you get the call, it's probably the following day, early afternoon. Like 1 or 2 in the
I'm
afternoon.
trying to decide, right? Like, I think he wants to go to medical, but also like he's keeping an eye out for stuff in case there's something that makes him think that maybe he should make a poor decision.
You
He's not.
probably would have gotten word that sometime around uh like 10 or 11 last night, Judge was released and he went straight to his bunk room, which is a different bunk room than Coblin's. Like whether I think let's say originally he was in one bunk room and was the same as Coblin's, and he's been moved to a different bunk room to keep him separate from. So now Dudge is now in this bunk room, chillaxing.
Okay, I know what I want to do on the way out.
Okay.
I want to go see him.
See Dudge?
Dutch.
Okay.
Pike is like he tries to take a couple of deep breaths before he walks into the bunk room. He's not trying to cause any problems for Dudge. And he'll walk in and he's not going to ask Dudge about the fight. He's just going to look at Dudge and say, "I'm headed over to go pick up Octavia. Do you want me to get you anything from the station?"
He has a one of those like strips on his nose.
Mhm.
And of course he's still got quite a prominent black eye, and that welt looks like it's going down. There's a little cut like down at the bottom of the welt, as if it's like to let the blood pus out, and it's got a bandage over where that cut was.
Pike is trying to take the position here of like
getting him to open up.
Well, he's like, no, I've made it super clear to Dudge that if he tells me, like, I will help him with this issue. It's not like he doesn't know. So he'll tell me if he wants me to know something. Otherwise, like, I still think we're kind of friends, and I want to treat him like we're still just friends and not like pity party the shit out of the man.
Yeah, I think you ask him if he wants anything or what have you, and it takes him a moment before he even says anything. He's kind of got almost a deer in the headlight look, almost. But then he blinks a couple times. I can't say anything, but thank you. And he just kind of lays back on his bunk.
You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to. You can tell me whatever you do want to. It's the same question I ask you any other time. We're still friends.
Can't
do you
give
need
in.
anything from the station?
Can't give in. I have to protect them. And he just rolls over and shows his back to you.
Okay. Before I leave, I look at his back and say, if you're my crewmate, you want my help to protect something, you just let me know. And I leave him. I don't try to push him for an answer.
Yeah, he doesn't. I think the camera lingers on him for a moment as you walk out, and he doesn't move. He doesn't say or do anything. He just lays there. And then we get a flash over to this, like, if the camera were on the wall where you can see his face, and you can see some teeth. And then we go back to wherever you're going next.
I'm going to head over to the station, or I'm going to head over to the mothership, sorry. I'm going to start heading towards medical. I think he's keeping an eye out for people that he knows. He's keeping an eye out for anything else that's going on. He's not trying to pick a fight with anybody. Like
Mhm.
he's trying to use this walk to be less murderous. So he's
You're
trying
trying
to
to cool off.
relax. Yeah, he's trying to cool off. The captain has made it like he's trying really hard for the captain.
Okay.
Like, if the captain hadn't already put this much effort in and was just like, yeah, Pike, go like do whatever you want, then he would have just killed Koblenz and then just gone to Alita and been like, I killed a man, so do what you got to do, and just like let Alita do whatever. But he's trying really hard. So this walk is for him to be away from the ship, have zero chance to run into Koblenz. He's keeping an eye for anybody that he knows in case this like, oh hey, like maybe I could just like have a quick chat with that person. Maybe that'll help cool me down.
You make your way from the umbilical or whatever it is that connects the ships. Right? Imagine there's like a kind of like a docking corridor, like what you would have for when you leave the airport to walk onto the aircraft.
Yeah.
Except obviously this is clearly a
In
hard
space,
seal.
yeah.
And you come out into kind of like a not a foyer per se, but like an open area where you first like figure out where you want to go from there. And as you come off, you see Yana Kamara. And she looks like she's been sitting there for a little while, just waiting to see if anybody came off the ship.
I think that's kind of what he says. He sees her and says, waiting for someone to come off.
Well, just try to see if anybody. In fact, you were going to talk to the captain. Did you get a chance to hang out with him and figure out what you guys want to do? I'm really looking forward to doing this story for your ship.
I talked to him. He seems interested, but mulling it over. So good sign. Just
okay.
Not a done deal yet.
Sure. Hey, have you seen Davor by chance? We were supposed to have lunch this afternoon, but he never showed up. Davor is the first name of Coblenz.
Yeah. Are we alone where we're at?
Yeah, to be clear, this is a public space. Yeah. I know you want to murder her all of a sudden.
No. Like, so, like,
the idea that
it's like if he had a seat next to her, like there's a reasonable expectation of like if we talk quietly that somebody would have to come
yeah,
sleep
this
on
is
us.
I mean, this is kind of like this you're in the you have the docking corridor that your ship is mated to. Once you come out of the corridor, there's kind of like a collar-ish area, foyer sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then from there, there's like one other door into the main part of the ship itself. Now, this area is open, because you've already gone through all the airlocky bits. So there's a hard seal between. There's at least one, if not two, hard seals between you and the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
But this is somewhat, I don't want to say secluded, but definitely.
It's not a traffic area.
Yeah, it's like the only people that would probably be in here, other than like random maintenance person, would be either somebody trying to go to the ship or somebody coming off the ship, off the island. That is.
Okay. He'll have a seat next to her.
Okay.
Well, you have an interest in MSS?
She gives you a weird look. Like, what do you mean MSS? Like, now I know they're like the Rush or UPP.
They're the KGB.
They're kind of I was gonna say they're kind of like the Secret Service, not Secret. Yeah, KGB is a really good analogy. She's like, what do you mean? I don't follow. Oh, he's MSS.
Come on, you're a journalist. How do you not know that he's MSS?
I'll be honest. I mean, even not like. Well, first off, I'm not a journalist. I'm a mechanic, but I just wouldn't have thought he was MSS. What makes you say that?
I've dealt with the type before.
There's a type?
Yeah. Look at me and tell me that I'm not a type.
I mean, you're a large man who was very clearly meant to break things.
Exactly. And he's MSS.
I don't see the connection.
Well, if you don't, you don't. I don't know how involved you are, or if you just have no idea, and honestly, it doesn't matter much either way to me.
I mean, an interesting take. I didn't think he'd be MSS. That's kind of odd. That a member of the UPP's secret spy crew is part of your ship's crew, which is mostly UA.
Well, let's I have an unfortunate amount of experience with this, but let me say a couple of things, and then we can see where things could fall together, right? Like a checkerboard.
I prefer chess, but sure.
I did learn how to play chess. I did learn. Anyways,
I want to imagine, just for the briefest of moments, there's a flashback to you playing chess with somebody, and I don't remember who it was. But I think we had a moment where you actually did play chess with somebody.
yeah, it was with Badgeman.
Ah, yes, that's right. It was
because he kept making his chess.
He kept making the chess references. That's right.
And I kept making checkers references, and then eventually I just like looked up the rules and we like played a game.
And I want to imagine that you tried your best, but you got your
kicked.
ass absolutely handed to him, or handed to you.
I did super bad.
So yeah, we do have this very brief flashback, black and white, right, from a bit of an angle. But in this angle, Badgeman, who couldn't make it for the appearance, is not seen, but there's a stunt hand that moves the pieces around for him.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's lay a couple of things out here, right? I take it, I assumed, I could be wrong, that before coming out here, you were a UPP citizen.
I was. I think my name gives that away, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, people can be born all kinds of places.
Sure.
Colonies get weird and change hands all the time. I know. So, and I want to make it clear, like, I'm not shit talking you. And I'm not saying that the UA is better or worse than the UPP right now.
Well, they're not, but please continue.
You know that the UPP really does like to keep a close eye on what's going on with its people and its interests.
Yes, we like our security blankets.
Yeah, MSS is a core part of that. So you're going to put a whole bunch of UPP citizens onto this multinational fleet with a bunch of other people who are going to come from weird backgrounds.
But what would be the point when we're all the way out here?
To protect UPP interests.
Which would be what? Would they not be in line with everybody else's interests of finding out what happened with all these colonists?
That's not the part. It's everything that comes afterwards. Who's going to own those colonies afterwards?
The colonists.
Or
I want you to make an observation roll at your leisure.
All right. I take it I'm not searching for danger right now.
No danger.
Okay. I'll succeed.
Okay. You are getting the impression that she is... There's definitely a front here somewhere.
Yeah, he assumed that there's a front. He doesn't think, he doesn't know, like, if she's evil or if she's a patriot or whatever, but like he's dropped that he believes that Koblenz is MSS specifically to start a conversation, knowing he was going to hit a front with her.
Yeah, she's definitely putting up a front, and it's starting to feel like it's MSS, but it's not MSS. It's something else.
Yeah, he's getting Badgeman vibes. He just doesn't know which letters are assigned.
Yeah, there's definitely, well, I don't know if there's letters assigned, but there's definitely new players have arrived at this chess meet.
Yeah. He's like, so the question's going to be who owns these colonies afterwards.
Well, wouldn't the colonists own them?
There's no way that any of the nations that are sending people here are going to risk that they're going to be completely iced out of these colonies. So at a minimum, 3 worlds, UA, UPP, we all probably have spies here somewhere doing something just to make sure at the very least that the interests don't get iced out. Any information that gets out here, making sure that it all goes home and doesn't get blocked or kept somewhere else. Could be worse. Maybe one or all of the nations that are present here are looking to make sure that these colonies fall under a particular flag at the end. I don't know.
You have a very dangerous mind.
Yeah, it's an occupational hazard. So
but you have given me some food for thought. I will have to consider my angles and maybe do a little bit more better vetting of this Mr. Koblenz. I thought he was just a...
I mean, he probably has. I mean, he's got he was trained as a mechanic at the very least, so he is a mechanic from the UPP. He's just also MSS. I don't know like who you do or don't represent, or if you just represent yourself, and I'm not asking either. So don't worry.
When you say that you're not asking, she just smiles a bit more warmly than you might expect, right?
Yeah. But I don't if you are part of anything bigger or not. And if you're not, then this will just be a pleasant conversation and an anecdote that you can remember about me or not. I left the inner heavens to get away from all this spy game bullshit and politicians fucking each other over for stupid shit.
And yet,
Came
here we are, you having secret meetings with Mr. Romanov, Gaius and Governor Abantu, nuking things, reasons.
I didn't have a secret
You didn't
meeting
have to.
with
You
him.
don't have to confirm or to. It's fine.
Well, here, how about this? I had a meeting with him. It's not a secret. I'm not doing anything behind closed doors. You want to know what we talked about?
Sure.
I told him about some spooky fucking Xeno shit that I ran into. I was telling him, and I told other people too, not just him, that he should probably consider finding a way to not get his boys to land on the planet that atmosphere processor dropped on, because there's a decent chance they'll get fucking eaten.
That is concerning.
I told him. I also went to UA camp and told them. It's no big secret. We're out here together, right? As much as we're all here staring at each other, being suspicious, or just, nationalistic hate or whatever, if something terrible happens to this ship, we have to save ourselves out here. And if we're too busy killing each other to stay alive, then we all die and everybody fucking loses. I don't care who thinks they've got the leg up to win whatever here. There's enough damage that gets done in this sort of shit that everybody fucking loses anyways. And
Interesting.
to be totally candid, the guy handed me money I didn't ask for information I was giving people for free. So whatever.
I mean, if it was me, I'd run. But
I
each
mean,
their own.
I took the money.
Oh, well, there you go. She starts kind of giving a small vibe of like this conversation's gone into directions that she wasn't really prepared for.
Yeah, like, oh my god, what is this? I was not expecting this.
Yeah. And she kind of starts gingerly leading towards an end, and she says, "Listen, if you could, no obligation, obviously, but if you could relay to Mr. Coblins that I am available for lunch, if he could just reach out to me, I'd love to have a chance to sit down with him, and continue our discussions about his activities on the ship, and I'm really looking forward to having a wonderful story to tell about your ship and crew."
I don't think he's gonna make that lunch.
Why not? Has something happened?
I don't know. You can send a message to the ship. That's not mine. That's not mine to tell.
Okay. Well,
could you?
If you relay my message, I would appreciate it. Obviously, you don't have to, and I'll figure it out from there, I guess.
I've got somewhere to be too, but just one last thing.
Yes.
We are all out here in the void together.
Yes, we are.
I want to protect my crew.
Sure.
If you come across any information that's harmful to my crew or is harming my crew, I would appreciate it if I heard about it so I could help my people out. And it wouldn't come from you if that's something you care about.
I mean, I don't know what I would come across that would fall into that category, but obviously if I did, I would want to pass that to you as fast as I can. When she says that, she puts a hand on your arm, in a reassuring sort of way, concerned sort of way. If I happen to come across anything, I will try to forward it to you as fast as I can. Hopefully you are right. We are out here all together. We need to know who we can count on when something crazy happens, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Just
sorry. She
tired.
says if something crazy happens. She doesn't say when.
Yeah.
That seemed a bit ominous.
Yeah. He's just like, hey, he stands up. Obviously, she's trying to leave, and he says, well, hopefully enough people figure that out that we don't all fuck each other out here. I'd like to live.
Yeah, same. And she looks at her watch. She's like, oh, well, I guess I should go get something to eat. No. You said, oh, no, you said you're going somewhere else. So I bid you adieu. Or, as we say where I'm from, dos vidania.
Goes Vidania. And he leaves.
She has some of an accent, but not, not as much as Davor or some other Russians. Right? I just didn't do an accent for her. That said, Rodance and Kane, I guess you guys are up next. As you go get your almost sister-in-law out of the brig. I mean, hospital.
I walk into medical home. I know where her bed is. I'm just gonna walk
I
to
am
her bed.
practically vibrating off of the bed, ready to leave.
I also love the fact that I just made an almost sister-in-law joke and nobody said anything about it.
Look, until there's some paperwork done, it ain't happened yet.
Okay.
He's he walks in, looks at her, and says, look, you keep shaking like that thing's gonna fall off.
I pop up, and I'm like, I am so ready to be out of here. I can't take looking at that wall anymore.
Well,
Seriously, we need to go someplace, anywhere else.
Well, I've got something for you to do.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm sure your brain is bored. You want something to do with that big old fucking wrinkly thing in your head?
This is when Sokolov comes in, by the way. So that is the weirdest way I've ever heard anybody explain the brain to somebody else. And in his hand, he has a clipboard again, and he gives it to you, Octavia. And there are a number of places that he needs you to sign, initial, or date. Various instructions for your recovery on your own. Lots of medication. There's a bag full of pills. Mostly to help integrate your new leg with your old leg and to prevent infection and things of that nature. But the long and short of it is, rest often, rest much for the next 2 to 6 weeks. Don't overdo it. If you do, get back here as fast as you can.
I take it, sign it, and run.
That's not what I meant. Not running. Maybe slow down. And that's the last thing you hear from him.
I really turn around. I take the clipboard, start walking as I sign it, and basically turn around, throw it at him, and jog out of the room.
I will say, thanks for the work, doctor, and then leave.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my god, I can't. Nope. I'm done. I'm done with this place. Been in here too long.
And you're in a good mood. Which, as you jog ahead before Pike catches back up to you, there's a brief whisper in your head. Wow, I haven't seen you in this good mood in a long time. It's good. I like this.
I am so happy I could be up and walking around. My character is ecstatic.
Yep. And Tom disappears as Pike catches up to you.
So are we gonna go shopping, or do we want to go drinking, or did the captain make us go do work?
Well, the captain's not asking you to do anything. I need you to do something, but only if you think you're ready. If you don't, if you want a bit of a delay, if you want to get a drink before we put you straight back into the shit, I guess we could do that too. But
so
what speed you want?
Okay. So what work do you need done?
I need to know if we have a trader on board.
Oh, Shuffle pulls out PDAT. Who do you want the file on? I've already hacked all of the entire crew's files.
Well,
I have all of their personnel files already.
Yeah, well, the spy.
Uh-huh. And who do you think is being spy-like today?
The only person I've accused of being a spy on the crew.
I pull up his personnel file and show you. It's like, okay, so this is all the information that the ship got in his personnel file when he got hired. This is how much his paycheck is. This is where he's claimed he was born. Okay. This is his vaccination records. I got all of it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. Look, Dudge got knocked around. Dudge doesn't leave the ship. Anytime I talked to him about leaving the ship before, he got real nervous about it, didn't want to talk about it, and that's fine. That's his own business. So I've been getting stuff for him on the station so that he can stay away from the mothership. I've been getting stuff for him so he doesn't have to. So I don't think it's likely that he got off board. I think he got beat up on board. And considering that I trust Alita, and Alita was having lunch with like 2/3 of the fucking crew, that really slims things down.
So you think Davor did it?
Yes. I need you to prove it. Or I need you to prove that he didn't. Or if they did get in a fight, we need to know why. If it's some stupid shit like they've got some personal beef and it's whatever, then it's whatever. You know, people fucking fight. But if he's a traitor on board, we need to know. We need to get that to Alita. And if some other shit happened, we need to know so we can protect our own crew.
Okay. So, first things first. How much CCTV does the ship have? Or otherwise forms of tracking us, since we all have implants and comms devices?
Yeah, you guys all have PDTs. That's kind of that was made mandatory as far as part of the expedition, that everybody had some sort of tracker. Either they wear one, or many people have subdermal implants.
So why don't we just go ask Kamita to officially pull the implant records on where everybody was on the ship? Because, I mean, if he got beaten up, like, that's an official request. I don't even have to hack in to go pick that up.
No, he's basically admitted that there was an altercation, but not why or how bad it was when they fought. I mean, yeah.
Then we can go shuffling through all their personal information.
There's a word that covers all that called motive.
Yeah, he's like, we need the why. We need to know if it was if it's a nothing burger reason or if it's a fucking problem we need to deal with.
And I'm assuming you're not friends enough with either of them to get them drunk and ask.
Look, I like Dutch, all right, and I think Dutch likes me, but he's got some shit going on, and he doesn't want to share it. He's not ready to share it. I don't know what's going on with him, but it's his business, and if he's not going to share it, getting him shit-faced drunk after getting his ass beat, not the option, right? He needs time to think. He needs time to recover from what happened, and right now the spy is on limited duty and locked in another space to keep him away from Dutch.
And have you tried checking their personal effects yet?
I don't know what to fucking look for. You're the one with the wrinkly brain.
Okay. Let's go back to the ship.
You want me to find the man and come up with a way to kill him? I can do that. You want me to tell you about his life story and his emotions and shit like that? I don't know any of that. You don't need that to kill a man.
I actually suggest that we go shopping because I have an idea, and this will be very entertaining.
Okay.
So we go over to the generic yield market.
There is
literally think like the general store.
We need something like Target or Walmart, but we can't use those words. So give me a second. Oh fuck!
Siegsmart.
We could use Walmart. It's just spelled with 2 L's.
Yes.
Because it's Walunga.
Walunga Mart. That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll go shopping with you. He doesn't know what you're doing, but he trusts you. So if you say we need to go shopping, then we're gonna go shopping.
It's Walmart. 2 totally separate words. There's no hyphen or anything like that. It's Walmart.
Yeah. So I literally just go through and buy a really odd combination of foods and snacks, card games and dice and stuff. And random electronic bits and bobs. Like a really suspicious amount of duct tape and trash bags and all this stuff together.
Okay.
Like if you bought it all together, the only thing I'm missing is a shovel.
Yeah.
Really odd collection.
Alita, you get a ping on your PDAT somewhere about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon of this particular day that a suspicious amount of odds and ends have just been purchased by Octavia Westcott on the Ileana.
Yeah, while we're
Continues
walking,
scrolling.
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, whatever.
I love that even better. She's buying suspicious things like trash bags
How much
and
cash do I need to strike off my?
oh, just drop like a couple hundred.
Okay, I'm gonna drop off 300.
Yeah. I'm just
While
imagining Alita just scrolling through and ignoring that notification. Or better yet, she actually reads it and then just continues scrolling.
and I think while you're shopping and like picking things up and whatever, Pike's gonna like change topic because now we're just shopping and whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
he says, I think
And let's be clear, while I'm shopping, I'm buying clothes in Pike's size and flowers without him noticing.
he say so while we're shopping, well really while you're shopping and he's walking around and carrying stuff, he's like, I think recent events have given me a better idea of why Mina hates me.
I look at him and I look you up and down and go, I'm pretty sure my sister likes you. And I just go back to shopping.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because you have one
The
empathy and
inside
two
of women's
wits.
brains and the insides of men's brains don't make sense to each other ever. So it just is what it is.
That's the default setting. That's before you get factored in that you're a fucking clan elemental.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. We had a pretty choice argument over the loss of your leg. I thought she was just being fucking stupid, but now that I think about it, right? If the way that she thinks that it's my fault that happened, I think I kind of understand the rage now.
It's not that she thinks it's your fault that it happened, it's that you were a convenient thing to blame because she couldn't blame the universe around her.
That sounds complicated.
It's easier to blame something you can see versus something you can't.
They can't really not see me.
Exactly. You're so big and all. And I kind of just elbow you a little bit.
Oh, you need to elbow him a lot. Just
I very distinctly elbow him in the forearm because that's about the level of my elbow will hit with our height difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there look, you're important, which means your family's important. Is there like a way that I don't know, I can say sorry that you lost your leg?
I look at the multiple bags worth of groceries and other miscellaneous bullshit I'm making him carry and go, oh, I have a plan. Don't worry.
Yeah. Also, I just so you know, there is no card section for that particular topic in the small card selection at Walmart.
Sorry for the amputation.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry I got your sister mauled. They don't have that card either.
He's like, all right, well, if you say it's so, then I believe you. I don't know. I'm trying to understand things. I didn't have to before. I didn't have to at all before. Yeah, I can cook.
Okay. Do you know how to make a cake?
No.
Okay, we're gonna learn. I'm done shopping now, and I will drag him back to the ship because I have plans, and I am totally not filling him in on any of them because I'm using them to keep him distracted while I go do other things. And because I'm making him do stuff that's weird, it's going to make everybody else on the ship stare at him, which covers for the other plans I'm going to be doing on the side.
Okay.
So I'm also like, Pike is not thinking or questioning anything that Octavia's asking him to do. He's just blindly like, yeah, sure, okay. Like he has absolute faith in Octavia. He has no fucking clue what is going on, but he's like, whatever. If Octavia's making me do it, then it's good for her. It's good for her, or it's good for me, and that's good enough for me, I guess. Like, whatever. I guess I'm gonna make a fucking cake for some goddamn reason.
Yeah. So I'm first planning on just throwing us poof back into the mess hall because okay. So the first thing we do is I take all these trash bags that I bought a suspicious amount of and I lay them down on the floor, along the back wall, along the ceiling, all in the kitchen area. So when we make a god awful mess, it's easier to clean up later. Because then we're about to make a god awful mess on purpose. And I tell him this because it's going to be very entertaining.
Are you taking a liking to the appliances?
Well, you do happen to know my sister is absolutely obsessed with the coffee maker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give him a wildly inappropriate amount of ingredients for making cake things, and probably the shittiest cake recipe possible to the point where it's supposed to blow up and make a huge mess. And then I also give him a normal one, and I tell him, we're going to do this one first because we want everybody to be like weirdly distracted by the fact that we're making a mess in the kitchen so I can go hack up both of their stuff without anybody noticing. Sound
Quick
good?
question. Yeah, quick question, Rodance. As someone who has not actually made a cake, give me a rough timeline, start to finish. Roughly how long would it take to make a cake?
Properly and letting it rest, probably a solid 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Because you have to make it, and then it's rest, and it comes to rise, and then you have to let it cool, and then you have to, and then it takes like a good 45 minutes to bake, and then you have to let it cool again, and then you have to make it pretty and frosting and stuff.
Okay.
But he looks at her when she says that, and he says, "All right, you need me to look so stupid. People want to look at me. All right."
Well, and plus, you're earnestly, and then I give him the real recipe. This is the actual recipe for how to make an apology cake. It's her favorite flavor. That instructions right there is how to make a giant ass fucking mess. So start with making the mess first, and then here make a real cake.
All right.
Figure do double duty, make a nice distraction and make an apology at the same time, you know?
Okay.
And I totally am gonna like lounge in the corner of the mess, watching him and commenting on him as he's doing it because I'm trying to
you're
make.
sitting there with the recipe, telling him what to do, and how to do it.
Well, I'm on my PDAT on the side hacking, and I'm trying to make it look like I'm in here spending time with Pike and making him cook for me while I'm still getting used to my leg, while I'm actually sitting here hacking instead.
Yeah, I see that.
Pike is gonna look for because this is a fairly utility science ship, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna go look for an apron, which is probably like just a solid color apron.
Oh, there's definitely one in science stores. When you go in there to grab one,
I make sure he gets the pink one.
No. So
it's not pink. It's not pink.
It's not
It was white, but when it went through the laundry, it went in with something that was relatively new and very red.
Yeah. So he's gonna take a Sharpie. He's like, I'm supposed to look fucking retarded. All right, whatever. And
he's gonna drop Pike with a smiley face on it.
No, he's gonna do some doodles. He's gonna doodle like a bow tie and like
my god,
the tux cut with the shirt and the cummerbund on it.
Yep.
He's gonna doodle all that on with a Sharpie and put it on, and then he's gonna go make an ass of himself and do the fail recipe.
Yeah. So I imagine you do a lot of that doodling in the science stores, and when you go in there, Quintana is in there doing some sort of inventory, and she just watches you for a few minutes, and then when she realizes what you're doing, she just laughs a little bit. She's like, she's so fucking stupid. And she goes back to doing her inventory. And then you come back out into the mess hall.
But she goes back to the inventory, and before he leaves, like, if you want to see something, if you want to laugh, come watch me try to bake a fucking cake. And then he leaves.
Oh my god, when you say watch me bake a cake, she drops the clipboard and she's like following you. And she's just like, this is gonna be amazing. Wait, I need my PDAT so I can record this. So she follows you back in there. Right, and she kind of hangs out off to the side, so where she gets a decent angle of where she can record your face, record your actions, but yet be completely out of the way.
So I wave her over to me and I ask her for a favor.
Okay.
So once Pike is about like elbow deep into this mistake of a cake that I gave him really shitty instructions to make, can you go get my sister and tell her that she's got to see something funny? Because I'm trying to help him apologize to my sister because they're currently fighting.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
And I think they should be dating.
Go through the quiet room so he doesn't know where I'm going. And so she fucks off this way.
Yeah, I basically am recruiting her to go play matchmaker for me.
Yeah.
And I don't expect her to actually keep it to herself. So I'm over here
she's definitely talking
drama.
up that Pike is in the mess with. And every time she passes somebody, even the working Joes, she's like, "Hey, you want to see something funny? Big man's in there trying to make a cake." And she says it.
Yeah. So
I can't get the tone I want, but she's like,
I'm sitting well outside of the splash zone over in the corner with like my leg propped up with my feet out in front of me. And I'm like making a spectacle out of this as I'm just, and then I'm going to be hacking some people's personal information on the side.
Yeah.
So whenever you want me to make some checks for hacking both Coblins's and Dudge's information, let me know.
Whatever
I'm just trying to use this. Okay, cool.
Who are you hacking specifically? first? Which one is? Let me ask this: which one do you want more? Which one is a higher priority?
Goblins. He's the one who got beat. Well, so excuse me. The one who got beaten up is more important because his information is more likely to tell me a why.
Okay.
If it was Davor might have things on his side, but I think it's more important for Dudge because Dudge's personal information will probably lead me to the reason why faster.
Okay.
So I'm hamming this up for maximum attention, right? Like he puts a few things in and like he's looking at the book and like while people are watching, especially as more people come in, he's looking at this instructions and he's like, how the fuck do you measure 3 pinches? And then he looks over and he's like, wait, no, what the fuck is a dollop? And he just like, and then partway through, like something explodes and he's like, it's fucking sticky. So because it matters, he's gonna he's gonna put the apron down for a second so he can take off the shirt that got a bunch of batter on it and throw it to the side and then put the apron back on. So now
there's your obligatory shirtless scene. Yep. Tan, when you're over there bitching about how do you measure a pinch and everything, Tan comes over and like not literally because he's not tall enough, but you know, imagine leaning over your shoulder, but in this case around your shoulder. He's like, so you're trying to make a cake, huh? So when you measure. And I want you to imagine
Clippy. Hey, Tan, come here for a minute.
All right. Listen, it's just use your thumb and forefinger, and don't grab a lot, but just your thumb and forefinger. That's a pinch, and he doesn't hustle over there.
I like stage whisper to Tan, explaining that I'm having him make a messy spectacle to try to make my sister be less angry at him. Because here's the fake messy recipe that he's working from, and here's the real recipe.
Oh, when he sees what you gave him to work with, I
gave him both of the recipes, like the fake messy one, which is why there's suspicious amounts of black trash bags pasted everywhere.
Yeah.
To make it easier to clean up later. And then here's the real one that's my sister's favorite flavor. And this is just me trying to help them be less angry at each other because honestly, I think they would look good dating.
So after he looks at the recipes, you could hear him chuckle a little bit. He's like, does he know the one he's doing right now is the messy one?
Yes.
Oh, he does.
This is a mission to try to get my sister to be so shocked by the mess that she's and then pleasantly surprised by the cake that's her flavor. I'm playing matchmaker.
Yeah, you are devious. Devious, that's what I want. Devious. You are devious. I like this. Eddie, I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna watch. So now there are 2 people watching.
So Pike does the finger and the thumb, and he pulls out a bit, and then he looks over at Tan and gives him a thumbs up with the other hand, and then puts it in.
Tan's like, yes, that's exactly how you do it. He gives you a thumbs up back. All right, so you are looking in Dudge's record.
Yes,
and you
Dudge
got
first.
high tracks and doing it quickly, which are very sensible. What specific question would you like to know? And I might give you just a little bit extra.
I'm looking for like any like obvious journal entries in the last few days or suspiciously violent talking emails or stuff like that. Stuff that would be happened recent in the last since we got back to the Iana that would explain why he's suddenly getting his ass kicked.
Okay. He's not the kind of guy that keeps a journal other than updating his flight logs and things of that nature. But there is one note that kind of stands out. It's the fact that his wife and child came out here with him, and they had been in cryo this entire time. And you get the feeling that perhaps they weren't supposed to be in cryo this whole time. When he woke up, they were supposed to wake up as well. There's nothing that specifically states why or who made it so, but the feeling in some of the text and maybe some of his own, let's call it offhand remarks on his flight logs, that seem to indicate that he's really missing his wife and kid and wishes they were awake and not really sure why they're not being.
Okay. So that definitely gives me a lot more information to go on. I then will try to pack Koblentz's stuff.
Okay.
I'm over here just updating my personal notes. Okay, character sheet. Comtech again. I'm gonna push this.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide my tracks.
Okay. This obviously takes quite a bit longer. And maybe it's because it's not so much there's a lot of information to go through, but there is plenty of information that is unnecessary. You're looking for kernels of notes that are important versus all of the other shit that's in whatever you see. It's obvious he's got some deep connections to the UPP. There are mentions of various service records, but they're not military specific. He's done a lot of mechanic work and assignments as maintenance staff or mechanics, but they always seem to coincide based on your military knowledge. I mean, not your military knowledge, your own military experience and understanding how things work. He's always been really close or adjacent to the military or military adjacent facilities.
He seems suspiciously military adjacent, basically.
Never actually served, to be clear, but he's always been near the military.
I feel have some groups of people who have records that remind me of that.
I don't know what you're talking about as Badgeman turns away and walks off.
How fucking satisfied I would be as a human being if I end up being right and that motherfucker was MSS.
I mean, let's be honest, whether or not he is, there is not going to be any note anywhere that says he's MSS number one.
No. I'm just saying, in the future, I'm going to be so fucking pleased with myself if Pike was right.
I know.
His background is suspiciously Badgeman.
There's definitely, mentioning Badgeman, or maybe you have a moment where you have, like, similar to Pike, you have a flashback to a moment where you had some sort of indirect interaction with Badgeman. And you're like, you know what? Pike might be onto something about this motherfucker being some sort of spy. Because this seems awfully suspicious and awfully coincidental. But there's nothing clear-cut says he's worked for any particular agency. It's just that wherever he was assigned as a mechanic or part of maintenance staff, it always had something to do directly or indirectly. Like, and when by indirect, it's always been like 1 or 2 steps off of the actual military organizations or near military installations. He's got an indirect, supported elements that were leading up to being deployed for a UPP operation, and it just happens to be really awfully close, suspiciously close to that the battle of the spaceport that you guys had to do, where Winston killed somebody. I think it was Winston that killed somebody, a civilian. It was where you guys found the android and I think you guys found the bone flute. I think it was definitely in that mission. Anisadora, that's it. That particular Pandora's colony. He wasn't there, but he was on one of the ships in orbit, providing maintenance support. It got really quiet. I hope my internet didn't shit on me.
Okay, so how is has my sister caught wind of the hot mess happening yet?
He has, and after you get through all of this, and maybe Pike has had a few other interactions with other people, like, no. When you whip it, you have to do it this way, not like this. You have to do it like this, or like, no, you have to turn the bowl, not so much that things fall out of the bowl, but you have to turn the bowl and then whisk it. Like, various stupid things.
I tell Pike that he's welcome to put his back into it, and that will promptly cause things to be splattered on the walls and the ceiling, and that I've already covered in black trash bags.
So Pike is doing this, right? He knows that he's supposed to be a spectacle right now, and so he's shirtless. He's got the apron with the silly shit drawn on it. He's probably got flour and shit all over him, and he's whisking the fuck out of this, and he might like crack the bowl or something while he's whisking.
I know. You have a metal whisk, but somehow you have bent the whiskey part.
Oh yeah, like they're all.
It's not straight anymore, and some of them are coming undone because of how much tension you've put onto them and how tightly you're gripping it.
It's like I'm putting my back into it. God damn it!
And you pick up the whisk, and it's got a limp noodle effect going right now. Yeah, Nita comes in on because Quintana went to get her. Anita just kind of sits there, and she just looks at Pike, and there's a moment of confusion in her facial expression. It's somewhere between anger and what in the fuck are you doing? Somewhat amused.
And I'm over here cackling because I think this is hilarious.
And then she directs her attention directly to you. And what are you doing? You're doing just like you did with Jack and what's-his-face. She calls you out almost immediately.
I give her a very innocent face.
Yeah, I know that face. You're playing matchmaker, aren't you?
I let Pike know he's probably safe to pull the other cake out of the fridge now. The one he made earlier.
Ah, yes, the one that's actually complete or close to it. And she's like, wait, what? Wait a minute, wait. Duplicitous layers upon duplicitous... I can't even say it. Layers upon layers? The Dune reference.
I just give her a smile.
Did you really make that for me? Did you really put him up to this?
He walks over and he puts the cake down in front of her and says, I know you don't want an apology, but I'm sorry about what happened.
It takes her a moment. Now, I imagine that the flowers you bought for her are also presented somewhere along.
Some of them might also have been edible flowers used for cake decoration, because I didn't think Pike... Look, I look at it this way. Pike probably doesn't know how to make icing, but he does know how to use a knife to carefully cut the stem off of a flower, because that's just delicate knife work, and then he can lay them on top of the cake in a semi-pleasing fashion. That does not take a lot of skill. And decorating.
Like I try to protect. He says, I try to protect the people that matter to me, and I know that things don't always work out. And I know you are Octavia's family, and I like to think she's basically family to me. So I don't. But truce.
It takes her a minute, and you could see a couple of different emotions making their way across her face. And I imagine you stuck your hand out for a handshake.
I don't know. Like, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He believes this is an apology. He didn't catch the stuff that they said earlier, and he does not know that that's what's going on.
Sure.
But he pushes the cake over, and he's waiting to see if she accepts the cake.
She goes around the cake and comes in for the tightest hug that she could possibly muster on a person that she can't get her arms all the way around. And she says, I'm sorry. I was scared that I was going to lose my sister. I didn't know. And she starts crying. And after a moment, he'll
put a hand on her back and say, I tried to send her away because I was scared she was going to die too.
I know. And she wipes her face. She said, I know my sister. She's fucking stubborn. And she looked right at you, Octavia, when she says that.
You've discovered this. Oh my.
Fuck you.
In a very over-the-top face. And then I just tell her, I love you, sis.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, fuck you. But it's like there's a half of a smile, half her face is distraught in tears. There's a sniffle or two in there somewhere. She's like, just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Finn comes in, finally, and he sees all of this, and he has a bit of a scowl on his face.
I stick my tongue out and make a face at him.
Oh, he's already walked away, back up to the bunk.
Wow. Well, he can go fuck himself.
Yeah, he's not happy right now.
I mean, I did give him a concussion.
Yeah, you did. It's roughly this time. Captain Warren. Luke. We need a decision about Warren. Am I playing him outright, or are you playing him with occasional back and forth?
No, you can play him outright.
Okay.
We're making the transition hard.
Okay. Warren comes in, sees Octavia, does a finger gun sort of thing. It's like, hey, leg twins. All right. Hey, you still got to lose your arm though. And I don't know. I don't know how Warren would actually do that, by the way, because it's not my character. But I imagine somehow that's what he's conveying in the way that Warren would have conveyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It places and the eye.
The eye,
Hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
Don't recommend. Listen, this is all hunky-dory that we got going on in here. Need to prep for a mission. Looks like it's going to be a rescue mission. Give you a briefing shortly. I got to go check in with Gaius. Hold on. I can't remember. Second. The Chimato no Kami has missed a couple check-ins. Gaius is sending us out. Now, when he says the Chimato no Kami has not been checking in, Hamida gives a very concerned look, and she looks at the captain, and she says, Alice? Is Alice okay? And he looks at her, somewhat confused, but then he kind of shrugs a little bit. Like, I don't know. I'll find out more. As soon as I find out more, I'll let you guys know. We need to start getting ready to get underway, though. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight. Wow, we had a lot of good role play, and I think everybody got a panic roll.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly,
I managed to get myself that XP.
What's that?
I managed to get that XP this time.
Yeah.
Hey! I think my plan to make a 3-level deep layer of cover very entertaining.
Oh, it definitely was. Let's talk experience. Obviously, you participated, so we'll give that one to the three of you. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your agenda?
I completed my personal agenda and made a new one today.
Oh.
I gave... oh, sorry. I interrupted you. Keep
yes, let's resolve the Rodance one that I wasn't expecting. What was your agenda?
Get a new leg.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now your
I put my new one in chat.
Oh, hold on. Did I in Discord
Discord chat?
Discord. Yes. Get to it here.
I see. Somebody put down the torch, so you're picking it up.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like
you're taking over. One. If I'm not mistaken, that's taking over Warren's.
Yeah,
agenda.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's highly appropriate today because she was happy today and neither depressed nor in nightmare. So I feel like a happy one seemed to be the vibe.
Yeah. I think as all of these things are working out at about the time that Captain Warren shows up and says the things about the Chimato no Kami disappearing, Tom makes a very brief appearance with a smile on his face. He says, "Good job, kiddo," and disappears again. But yeah, I think you could take an experience point for that one. As far as your agenda goes, for Pike, I think you're getting ready to make an argument.
Yeah, I handed Hamida a pistol and said, "Be ready to shoot me. I don't know if I can control myself because I think I might murder a motherfucker."
That's fair. You definitely risk something there.
Also, I want my goddamn pistol back. Did she give me my pistol back?
Yeah, it's in your footlocker, I think.
Okay.
And mine is keep the crew in order.
You know what? I think you definitely risk something. Listen, I picture in my head, Alita is not a very big person.
She put herself between Pike and Koblenz.
Yeah.
That's pretty goddamn dangerous.
I mean, just Koblenz alone, because I could be wrong, but I picture Alita not being very large of a person. Like, I mean, she's a woman. I feel like she's maybe a little bit on the petite side. Maybe I don't know. But Koblenz, I'm picturing is like this big dude with a fucking pipe wrench.
She's a big girl. She's strength 5.
How tall is she?
She's strength 5.
Oh, never mind. She could be much tougher. Well, regardless, going mano a mano with somebody like Koblenz with a pipe wrench may not have worked out well for her. So that was definitely risky. So yeah, I'll give you that one. Did you risk your life for your buddy? I don't remember whose buddy with who, and we've got a change with Warren coming out of active play.
I don't think anybody risked their... I didn't risk my life for my buddy. Octavio, I didn't. Octavio wasn't on the ship for my rage spree.
So, I don't think anybody risked their life or limb for anybody else today.
Okay.
I mean, emotionally maybe, but not physically.
Yeah, I mean there was definitely some emotional stuff going on. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival?
Do you think that breaking into medical and being a dick is enough to say that I messed with Lakota?
In this context, no. I think your context wasn't so much to mess with Lakota as it was to find out what was going on with Dutch, what happened.
Okay. Well, at the end of the session, I am changing my rival since we've been cleared to use NPCs.
Let me guess. Your new rival is Captain Warren.
Yes.
Because obviously Koblenz.
Yeah, because as much as Lakota has been a giant pain in my ass, somebody on this ship might be a god fucking damn traitor. So yes, he gets to be my rival now.
Indeed. Westcott and Alita. Sorry, Octavia and Alita. Any rivalries?
Well, I mean,
not
he
yet.
Oh, Octavia needs to change her rival now.
Yeah,
well, maybe.
I can't be mad anymore.
I mean, it can be because he's an NPC, so maybe you should consider not.
Well, I mean, I look at it going, I'm hacking everybody's ship, so technically, if anyone was going to be my rival, it'd be Daughter right about now.
Daughter is not one to rival. Just throw that out there. It should be a person. I appreciate the effort though, because it would kind of make sense. Maybe Daughter's like, listen, hacker, calm down. However, Hamida and Alita are getting notifications every now and again. Now, you did cover your tracks. That's fair. But they are getting notices that increase PDAT usage. They're probably ignoring the shit out of them. But you could make one of them your rivals because they might be catching on to your little hacker bits.
I think it's funny if you leave it as the captain and just find ways to mess with them as an NPC.
You still can, because maybe the captain will start fucking with you now that's a different person controlling him.
Yeah, I'll update it from Matthew to Captain Warren's name now that it's a different person.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Alita, any rivalry?
Who is Alita's rival?
Really, who is her rival? Justice.
Give her a couple more sessions.
I'll give you the next one. Otherwise, I might assign one to you just for shits and giggles. Okay. I don't know if I would actually do that.
No one's been particularly rivalry against her.
Pike was,
or Buddy.
He's moved on.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by like. Yeah, it's still kind of fresh enough of a character that's like the party hasn't caught up yet.
Yeah. I think all three of you made a panic roll at some point tonight. Yeah. Even though no real panic shit happened, I think no, I take that back. We had a dropped item, and what's after dropped item? Freeze?
We
have a freeze?
Tremble?
Tremble. We got trembles and twitches and one dropped item.
Yeah.
And a bunch of keep your shit together.
Yeah. Did you overcome a dangerous event using violence or non-violence? Pike and Alita, yes. That could have gone. That encounter with Koblenz could have gone badly. If Pike was about to make it bad, in fact.
Yeah, Pike was like, "Ooh, hey, look! The only thing I got on that roll was a face hugger. I think I'm about to murder somebody."
Yeah, that was. I remember you saying something like, "Ooh, that's not good." I don't remember what exactly you said, but you said something along those lines at one point.
I said, "I guess this is happening."
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it's like, "Oh boy, oh boy." Listen, I'm all about trying to encourage you to murder people, but. Well, not murder people, but, for the story, something needs to happen with Koblenz, but I can't just drag you into it. I need you to get there on your own. The dice definitely were pulling, my friend. Octavia, would you like to make an argument for a dangerous event?
Yeah, the doctor almost got himself beaten with her leg.
That would have been hilarious. I don't know if it would have been dangerous. Unfortunately, I can't.
I don't really think it counts as one.
Significant discovery, absolutely, for Octavia, because you found out about Dudge's family being aboard the Ileana, and you found out about suspected ties to the military and/or government of the UP. Koblenz.
Pike dangled Koblenz MSS status in order to confirm that the reporter is also a spy of some kind. He baited that out of that conversation.
But did you get what you were looking for?
Yes.
And that was?
he confirmed she's a spy.
Questionable about whether or not you got that information, but certainly a revelation was made that she might be a spy too. I don't remember if I said specifically that or not. I don't think I did.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
he started a conversation with her that was either going to get the really excited reporter or the really cagey badge man response, and he got some
He
badge
definitely
man
got
out
the
of her.
badge man responses. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Pike isn't smart enough to figure a lot of things out, but he has learned the smell of spook, and he's like, "Great, you're also a spook. I don't know. You might be MSS, you might be competing with MSS, you might be something else, but you're here as a goddamn spook."
Alita, did you make a significant discovery or revelation?
I don't think so.
You got Koblenz to admit,
Well,
almost to
that's not.
admit in not so many
That's an
words that he got
altercation.
into a fight,
Uh,
Yeah.
I
which
don't
is
know if I would
big.
call that a
I mean,
significant
that's,
discovery, though. Now, the
I mean,
next step, yes.
It's an
I
ancillary
mean,
discovery.
I feel like it's a big deal to like, yeah, we've got a confirmation that this fight happened and that like because
Yeah,
that
you
fight
know
is
what?
beyond anything else that's happened on the ship, right?
You know what? For the
Hmm.
plot and what was going on in that particular scenario, that does actually check out. So yeah, I guess arguably that could be considered a significant discovery that there was indeed some sort of altercation. What you haven't figured out, not Alita yet, what Alita hasn't figured out is the why. Pike and Rodance, or excuse me, Pike and Octavia are a little bit closer to the motivation than that, but definitely did. So significant discovery, yes, for Alita.
I think I think Octavia's got it. I don't know. I'm not asking for a confirmation. This is just me musing as a player.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Octavia has it. My suspicion, Pike doesn't have any of Octavia's information yet.
Correct.
But me as a player, just because I want to share this before we get the reveal, so I can feel cool about it if I get this right, is that is that Koblenz is MSS, that Dudge's family is being held hostage by MSS to basically blackmail Dudge into doing shit for them, and he's stuck between a rock and a hard place because I've made friends with him, so he likes us, but he's being forced to betray us, and his handler's on the ship. That's my suspicion.
Okay.
And if we can find a way to sneak into Cryo and break his family out, then we really fuck over Koblenz, and that'd be delicious.
What an interesting turn of events. But yeah, Octavia, yes, significant discovery. All three of you is yes for that one. Extraordinary actions.
I baked a cake.
That, you know what?
Hmm.
In Pike's world, that is an extraordinary action. Pike being Mr. fucking Baker Man here.
I feel like I should get an experience point for getting my sister to cry and hug him.
You did. Yes. That you definitely pulled off some shit. That you did some matchmaker bullshit that can be considered extraordinary. So yeah, you can go ahead and take that point. Alita, did you do anything extraordinary?
No.
I think an
You
argument.
stopped.
I
think
an
we could
argument could
argue
be
that
made
you
that you
stopped Pike
had.
from murdering somebody.
Yeah, there's definitely the Pike angle, but
Oh,
also
yeah.
you did get like you weren't the linchpin specifically, but you definitely facilitated Koblenz being put under house arrest
Okay.
or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and give that one to you. And you haven't earned any money for this particular run so far, so no for that one. But other than that, you guys should have gotten at least one, if not two, level ups tonight. Maybe even three if you got really lucky.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean,
Okay.
you can at most get like 9 or 10 XP.
Yeah. Does anybody need me to drag and drop anything? Whoops.
I'm debating on I have overkill, rapid fire. Do I have rapid reload yet?
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to pick up
It-
rapid reload off of Pike.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure. Have it,
Rapid
100%.
reload.
Go ahead and have that there, friendo.
Yeah, I have become paranoid and have decided to restack all of my combat traits. I have ranged combat 4 and Comtech 6 and stuff. So
hey guys, do you think it would be funny if I started putting points into manipulation? I succeeded at a manipulation roll this session. I could put a rank in
Yes,
it.
you should, because
you should.
you're
Yeah.
manipulating my sister into liking you, and you
No,
better
I think it
work
was
on
more
that.
like he was trying to manipulate / intimidate somebody. But whichever. 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Hey, I am planning on having him flirt with my sister until he gets to the idea of how to act like a human being.
Sure.
All right.
I have
I
going
put
to
2
enjoy
ranks in
this.
manipulation.
Nice.
This is gonna be a real uphill battle, guys.
Oh my god.
Dude, I called it fake it until he makes it for a reason.
Yep. Alita, are you getting anything added to you? Or are you just dumping
no
points?
skills. Yeah, I just dumped points into like actual stuff.
Okay. All right. So anything else for experience point spends before I close things? Or are you guys good to go?
Intense focus on Nina.
All right. Let's do feedback and outro comments, starting with Rodance.
I'm going to have a lot of fun setting them up whenever I'm not having bad emotion days.
I think the interesting side of that would be when you do have bad days, that somehow you become destructive to that relationship. Maybe you.
I'm going to become destructive to everyone on the ship.
Or conversely, when she has her bad days, Nina and I come together to take care of her.
That would be sweet, but I think it will be the opposite of trying to put you guys together. Is that there will be a Winston saying you should break them up. Wouldn't it be funny if they weren't seeing eye to eye anymore? Hey, isn't Pike a fucking murderer hobo? And wouldn't that scare the shit out of your sister? Yeah.
I wonder what she would do if she found out that he killed me.
Yes. Yes. That's just food for thought. I don't know if I'm actually gonna run with that.
Honestly, I think it would be more fun if they came together because she was messed up rather than got split apart. Because I am currently very entertained at the idea of Pike attempting to date someone again.
I am too. Is Kane, do you think Pike is ready to go back out into that pool? The dating pool?
I don't know, but I'm curious to see how this pans out. I have a pretty good idea of Pike in my head, and there's a few things that I have not accounted for yet, but I think I have a pretty good feel. So as things happen, I think we'll see what Pike ends up doing.
Okay.
I know Pike likes Nina because like when he got a really good first impression when we went on that trip with the contraband. She stepped up to shit and she was like, "Oh yeah, go fuck yourself" and stuff. And he was like, "I like that. Look at this person. They get it."
I like her little fiery, spiky anger over there makes a nice match for his personality.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is a curious match because at one point I was toying with the idea of Hamida hitting on that. You know what I mean?
Might be more correct to say.
I think she would, but I think she's about to friend zone the fuck out of Pike because she feels like she needs to keep him in line because Pike is a danger to himself. And I think she's gonna feel that she serves that role better by being his friend and not his lover.
Yeah, she's gonna be on my side and help and friend zone him so we can set him up.
Oh, she's gonna friend zone the fuck out of you too because she's gonna realize you're just as bad as he is.
I'm not trying to hit on her though, so friend zoning is exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, no, I
Thank
mean that's
you very
fine.
much.
That's fine.
If there was anything that made her be like, "I really need to take care of myself in this situation," it's when he handed her a gun and said, "In case you need to shoot me."
In case of killing Pike, break glass.
Yeah, right.
Luke, any thoughts?
Not really, no. I'm actually pretty happy about playing Alita more, so that's good.
I'm glad that is true, and I will try to do Warren justice and not have him too crazy like I do, and try to keep him a little bit more in line with your intentions. So if I do get really out there, like fucking ping me or poke me or some shit on Discord or something, be like, "Hey man, hey, calm down."
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep true to what I understood of Warren, but also like I think it's inevitable that I'm gonna have certain injections, inflections of my own that may or may not make sense, but because I am who I am. I mean, it's just like any other time you have a new character, or not a new character, a new actor for the same character.
Yeah.
Warren's character was found, or Warren's actor original actor was found to, be a drunken asshole, and they fired him. They had to find somebody super quick to fill in for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That sounds really stupid, but how what's his face from The Expanse got canned. They didn't have anybody
Really?
fill in. Yeah, the pilot, Alex. I think that was his name. The guy that played the pilot.
They killed him so they could fire him.
Yes, yeah. But
or I guess they fired him so they killed him.
Yeah, but that was actually like he was very inappropriate with various women.
Oh, okay.
I don't know all of the story, and I don't know how much has been simply alleged and how much has actually been convicted. But at some point, the networks are like, "Yeah, no, we're done. Goodbye," and then killed him off with a stroke. Literally, a stroke.
You know what I liked from this session?
What's
Pike
that?
sat down and he dealt with Badgeman enough that he had a very Badgeman-like conversation with that reporter.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like he was forcing it or, ooh, what am I supposed to say when they say that? Look at my Rolodex for the answer. I say this. It actually came out normal.
Yeah, he cruised through it, right? So now he feels like he's got a pretty good handle that
he definitely, as you say,
there's a larger MSS presence on the ship, in the fleet. This chick might be MSS, she might not, but she's something. And he's trying to piece together all these potential dangers to the fleet, right? He doesn't have a problem with the UPP people here. He doesn't have a problem with the Three Worlds people here. He really is tired of the national garbage because of Vaughn.
Yeah.
Her whole thing was like a hyper nationalist villain.
Yes.
And he's super burnt on that. So the only thing he cares about is the buddy fucking. Like if people were just like stealing information from each other and whatever, he wouldn't care. He only cares about the potential buddy fucking. So he's looking for the MSS thing, and he's trying to rub his brain cells together to be like, all right, if there is more MSS here, and I believe there is, what do they want to do with the fleet?
Yeah.
Like, are they going to try to steal? Are they going to try to take over the fleet and like take over these colonies? Because that'd kind of be a UPP move. So that's kind of where he's at. He also thinks that there might be, because he didn't think about it until he proposed it when he was like, yeah, every nation's going to send a group of spies. There's no way they wouldn't. And he's like, hey, there probably is at least one other group fucking around and screwing people over here, isn't there? But who are they? How do I find them?
I think in time, these various threads that are dangled in front of the player characters will eventually lead back to the main nest, the root of the knot. All answers might be answered, or all questions might be answered.
He's also laid some groundwork for some contingency plans.
Sure.
He met with the mob guy, and he's established a good relationship because he's like, all right, like if something shitty goes on in the fleet, I want to be able to stop us peons from killing each other so somebody else can get away with some shit. I want to find a way to be able to broker a peace between the workers on both sides. So if somebody dicks the fleet over, we can unify and keep ourselves alive.
Mm-hmm.
So he made good with the mob guy because he figures that a lot of the UPP are going to follow along with his power base. Because I mean, he's a big deal. He really is. And then on the other side, he tried really hard when he was talking to the UA folks to be like, hey, like, remember, we're all out here. Like, just killing each other for the sake of it is just screwing ourselves over. We really, even if you hate them, like those UPP guys can be the step between you and death. So he's trying really hard to lay that groundwork because
you're trying to bring both sides of this brewing conflict. You're doing the opposite of whatever agency is trying to divide and conquer. Because I've made no secret that there is somebody intentionally and specifically manipulating the situation. I know, I'm trying to wrap it up, buddy. There is somebody trying to manipulate the situation where there's very clearly a divide between two different camps, and you're trying to counter that as best you can without even really understanding exactly what's going on in the first place or even why for that.
Well, his belief is that if the fleet is going to eat itself, it's because some group with another agenda is going to try to take over the fleet. And to do that, they replace the leadership, or some of the leadership is just in on it and they remove the rest of the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to remove assholes from leadership, you need the crew.
Yeah.
To just get rid of them. Yeah, you might be a cool guy in your office and have like 2 or 3 loyal guys with automatic weapons, but 90 angry people are going to kick your fucking ass.
Yeah.
So he's trying really hard to really, honestly, Pike is accidentally becoming a champion for the supposed UN mission here.
Yeah, that he is. I'm gonna cut it here because my kid's trying to make an awful lot of noise, and we are at the quitting time anyway. Because Luke is going to turn, and if we keep him here,
A little bit, yeah.
It'll be a Canadian pumpkin. I don't know what that might be, but but at any rate, that
Gourd.
is it. What's a gourd? Yeah, just a gourd, a random generic gourd. That is it for us here tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. I certainly did. I really enjoyed our low key, low intensity, high RP driven storytelling here. I really enjoy it, and can't wait for more. So, stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a crazy dark place. Make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. As for me and mine, we're out of here. See you next time. Good one.
Bye.